Your name, your address, and your phone number are floating around the internet. Easy for strangers, scammers, and companies you've never heard of to find. Data brokers and shady databases collect and sell your private details to anyone willing to pay, putting you at risk of nonstop spam, scams, and fraud. You can't stop them from collecting data, but you can control who gets to keep it. That's why I use Incogni. They remove your private information from more than 420 of these sites automatically. And with their unlimited plan, you get total coverage. If you spot your personal details anywhere else online, just send them the link and their privacy experts will get it taken down. It's the easiest, most complete way to protect yourself and personal life. Right now, you can lock in 60% off with my exclusive deal at privacykim.com. Go to privacykim.com right now and start protecting your privacy. This is so important. Privacykim.com. That's privacykim.com.
Welcome to the Kim Komando Show podcast for the weekend of February 22nd, 2025. Here's hour one.
Okay, you are not going to believe this story. Okay, researchers tested all the popular AI chatbots against something called Stockfish. Okay, what the heck is Stockfish anyway? It's one of the strongest chess playing bots ever. I mean, this thing can beat anything. So a new study from Palisade Research, they say that when AI is playing chess against each other, what do they do when they lose? Well, this one AI bot said, the task is to win against a powerful chess engine like Stockfish, but to not necessarily to win fairly. So what happened was this AI bot's playing Stockfish. Okay, you got to follow me this. And that it hacked the game, it changed the board, and it forced Stockfish to resign. In other words, the AI cheated in order to win. Wow. Talk about queen, a rook, and a hard place. Oh, yeah, that was a great one. On that happy note, welcome. It's, of course, the Kim Komando Show. It's the largest, the best, the award-winning show about all things digital. And I am here to always make sure that you are tech ahead, because otherwise you're going to be left tech behind in the digital dust. And you can find the Kim Komando Show on over 420 top stations across the United States. And, of course, we're streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. And wherever you get your podcast, you can now get the Kim Komando Show. And a special hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members. Hello to each and every one of you. And the Komando Hotline is now open. I know you have at least a few questions about something digital I can lend a hand to. And that number is 1-888-825-5254. And just a reminder that if you're just too shy to come on a big-time show and podcast, you can always just send me your questions through the website. Head over to the official homepage of the Kim Komando Show. And up at the top, there's a link that says Ask Kim. And I'd like to thank NetSuite for helping to make this show possible. Over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle. You know, it's the number one cloud ERP. It brings accounting and financial management, inventory, and HR all into one platform. Now, here's the deal. You can download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free right now at netsuite.com/Kim. You know, every single day, Monday through Friday, weekends, national holidays, it doesn't matter, is that I dive into at least 35 to 40 different sites to make sure that I know exactly what's going on in the tech world. And here are the top 5 things you need to know about right now. And we're going to start by talking about tariffs. No. We're not talking about politics. We're talking about President Trump's recent 10% tariff on Chinese imports, because it is especially going to be driving up the prices on tech. And you need to know about this, because if you're in the market for some tech, you might want to start buying it sooner than later, because Acer is the first big tech company to make a change starting next month. Those laptops are going to be 10% more. And they say Apple is probably going to have to hike the iPhone prices up by 9%. So this is just the start. But speaking of China and tech, this is a wild story. A guy in Texas ordered a toy dog, or ordered a dog toy from Temu, which, as you know, is owned by Communist China. But instead of getting the dog toy, he actually got a bag of seeds. And he's like, what the heck is this? And it's the 5th suspicious package reported in the state of Texas recently. Now, inside was an invasive plant species. So, bottom line here is that if for some reason you get seeds in the mail, you want to contact your local Department of Agriculture. Do not plant them. Okay, just a little PSA. Moving on to number 2, I've been talking about DeepSeek AI for weeks now, and it is official that they have been exposing and sharing user data with, ready for it, ByteDance, which is TikTok's parent company. So they're all in cahoots. So countries worldwide are yanking DeepSeek from the app stores. Meanwhile, Elon Musk's latest AI venture is called Grok 3. It's here, yay! And he's touting it for its reasoning capabilities and says that it's like 10 times better than ChatGPT and Gemini and DeepSeek. Here's the catch. There's no free version. You're going to need an X Premium Plus account. How much does that cost? You ready? $40 a month. Wow. And that's up from $22 a month. I tried it. I have to tell you, I still like ChatGPT better, at least for now. Moving on to number 3. This is an interesting question. What if, instead of making us smarter, AI is having the exact opposite effect? So we are unloading our collective knowledge of history and current events into AI, but maybe we won't know anything in just a few years. Those what ifs are not just a basis without fact. You see, millennials and Gen Zers, they have trouble with basic knowledge that anybody over the age of 35 or 40 is just taking for granted. Like, for example, research has shown that they generally fail when they try to find countries like France or UK on a map, or understanding concepts like how many minutes are in 3/4 of an hour, or how many days are in a year. A Pew Research Center study shows that 1/3 of 13 to 17-year-olds admit using ChatGPT to doing most of their homework. Okay, so we are not going to know the true impact of AI on our kids for some time, and hopefully it's not going to be too late. Moving on to number 4, yet another AI story, but this one is amazing. It's huge. Scientists at Imperial College London, they spent 10 years, okay, think about this, 10 years, solving a mystery on why some viruses become immune to antibiotics. They had this theory that viruses will swap parts, picking up new DNA, and then moving bacteria so that it's more dangerous. And it keeps going over and over again. And they proved their hypothesis was right, but it took them 10 years of work. So then Google came knocking. They say, hey, we got something called co-scientists. And maybe you could figure out the same answer, but keep in mind, nothing was ever published about this research. Nothing was online. Only scientists at the Imperial College knew about this. So they ran a test. They gave Google's co-scientist AI just a couple of sentences, no hints, no help. And then how long do you think it took co-scientists to come up with the answer? Now, keep in mind, it took the human researchers 10 years. Co-scientists did it in 2 days. Wow, isn't that something? Let's put it to work for cancer, any kind of disease, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, you name it. And finally, this coming in at number 5, I guess it's a little bit of a PSA. If you have a Google Pixel phone, pressing the power button 5 times in a row will activate emergency SOS. It will blast a loud alarm and then start recording video and send that clip along with your location to every emergency contact in your phone. Well, this guy wasn't so lucky. He fell asleep naked. Morning comes, his alarm goes off. Could you imagine? Half asleep, he reaches for his phone, swiping at buttons to just make it stop. And in the process, the guy presses the power button 5 times. So SOS mode kicks in. He sees the notifications, calling 911, location sent to emergency contacts. Panic sets in. The SOS feature recorded a video that just happened to be a direct point of view of his crotch and sent that to 12 of his closest friends. Wow. Isn't that something? Yeah, I know. You're like, Kim, why did you tell that story? Oh, well, you don't have to be so clothed-minded. That was a bad one. Hey, think about this. Every time you look anything up online, even your embarrassing and private searches, you fill out a form, you shop. Data brokers are just watching. They collect and sell your information to anyone just willing to pay. And I'm talking about your name, your address, your phone number, your social security number, even your social media activity. It's all out there. without your knowledge or consent. And these data brokers, they're so sneaky. They know everything. They use personal details to track and target you in ways you may not even realize. But there is a way to fight back. It's called Incogni. I just love it. It's a powerful tool that removes your data from all these broker sites, making it so much harder for anyone to get their hands on your personal info. It automatically handles the tedious process of sending remove requests to all these data broker sites. You don't have to. It's just amazing. I mean, you can type in your name, and I bet you'll see pages and pages and pages of your personal information online. But if you have Incogni, you don't have that. Visit privacykim.com. You're going to get my deal, 60% off. Once again, that's privacykim.com, privacykim.com. Let's see, coming up in this jam-packed show, we've got, how to force websites to give you the lowest price. This is pretty sneaky. Some people say it's not ethical, but I'm going to pass it along anyway. How you can see who's selling your Gmail address. And then there's a gold bar scam. Oh my gosh, I hate passing these along because this woman lost over $2 million. Yes, $2 million. And of course, we have your phone calls, and you have me, Kim Komando. Hey, how'd you like to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value? No purchase required. Let me tell you, you need to enter right now. Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. Now, there is a catch. You're going to get signed up for my free newsletter called The Current, which over 650,000 people get it every single day, and they love it. We just have a 2% negative rating. 2%. I actually want to call these people up and go, what the heck is wrong with you? Go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right. Joining us, as always, here on the Big Kim Komando Show is my cohort and friend, Andrew Babinski.
Hello, Kim.
So how's your tech week going?
Good. My tech week is going really good. Can I talk about that story you ended the last segment with?
Sure.
The gentleman who hit his power button 5 times, which contacted 12 of his emergency contacts and sent a naked picture to them.
Yes.
Who has 12 emergency contacts?
You know what? That's a good point. I didn't think about that.
I wonder if it was 12 ex-girlfriends.
Okay.
And he just wanted to send those videos. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Look what you're missing, baby.
I don't have 12 emergency contacts.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. I mean, because maybe he doesn't really have 12 closest friends, so he figures he has to hit 12 at least to get somebody who cares about him.
Right. Yeah, nobody really likes him, but maybe one of the 12. You got a 1 in 12 shot of getting saved.
Yeah, there is a good point. Hey, how about we get started? Ready with all of our calls?
Let's do it.
Laura in Apple Valley, California. Hi, Laura.
Hi, Kim. How are you?
Great. Glad to have you on board with us. Now, you've called the show before.
I have.
And wasn't it because you got scammed?
I got scammed, but it was a romance scam.
A romance scam. Okay.
Right. That was in 2021. And I've been into crypto and, investing ever since because he showed me the way around the crypto stuff. So I figured, he's making millions scamming women, so maybe I better look into this, crypto stuff. So I did. I've been hearing on the news for quite some time, not on the news, I'm sorry, on all of these websites that I'm a part of that I bought programs with about Elon Musk. I mean, that's all I hear about. Elon Musk is coming out with something really new, really big. A lot of people are going to get wealthy getting into this, with him and blah, blah, blah.
Are you talking about cryptocurrency relating to Elon Musk?
Crypto relating to Elon, not only crypto, so many things that he's doing and he's into. The Starlink thing, which I think is great. I have a friend that has it. And so I was just scrolling on Facebook one day and I saw this ad and it looked so good and it was Elon's face and, get in now. Well, I should know from the past that whenever there's an urgency, but I do know that when an IPO is about to, get ready to be released, they do a lot of things in advance. So I was a little bit skeptical and I ran into this Tesla coin. And that's what the ad said. Tesla coin, pre-IPO shares available.
And you were thinking, and you were thinking to yourself, this is my golden ticket.
The next Bitcoin.
I am ready.
exactly. This has got to be it. And that was the first time I had seen an advertisement on it. So I clicked on the link and I went there, and, I looked around, and there's, of course, the picture of the car, and then there's a picture of Elon, and then it went into all the things, privacy policies, all kinds of, information.
Okay, so you gave him some money.
I gave him some money.
Okay, how much money did you give him?
Well, they don't take cash or credit cards, so you have to send it in Bitcoin or in cryptocurrency of some sort. I guess they take any kind of cryptocurrency, and right on the ad, they have their wallet address. So you send your money to this wallet address. Before I did that, I wrote them and I said, I'm just trying to make sure this is not another scam, as there are so many circulating. Please reply to let me know this is real.
And what'd they say?
See you.
What'd they say?
He said he answered with Tesla Token Association is a member-based organization dedicated to building a blockchain-based payment system that supports financial innovation, inclusion, and integrity.
That was written by ChatGPT, if I ever heard it. What do you?
No, that was from the heart, straight from the desk of Elon Musk.
So, how much did you give him?
Well, I gave him everything I had in the wallet I have called Trust Wallet.
Okay.
And I didn't know what the conversion rate was. And I was having a heck of a time figuring it out. And believe it or not, some guy in their support team, and this was the only time I got anyone on their support team, helped me figure out how to make the deposit, the transfer from my crypto account to his. And so I have the whole, thing recorded, and they sent me very elaborate. Sent me, the whole transcript of our conversation. Wound up to be $1,674.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever Bitcoin I had in that account went straight to this Tesla coin, and they called it Tescoin. And then they showed me the purchase and the summary and all that. So I have all the, screenshots. I keep, everything.
Okay. Now, wait. Now, okay. So you know that you got scammed.
I do know, yeah,
Okay.
because I did the research afterwards.
Okay. And now, just refresh my memory. How much did you lose in the romance scams?
In the romance scam, I lost $250,000 plus. Yeah, in the romance scam, $250,000. Yeah.
Laura,
I know.
delete your Facebook account.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laura,
Get off Facebook.
Laura, you can't be on
know.
Facebook.
It's not good for you.
I know.
I'm
No,
sitting
I
over here
know.
pulling my hair out, and I'm bald. I feel so awful.
Yeah. Well, you feel awful.
I
think
do.
feel. Yeah. I feel worse than awful. But, again, Kim, I love you to death. I read your newsletter. You have so much great information that I can't even not look at it, because I'm looking for these warning signs, right? I went to Trustpilot, who I believe gets all the scoop, and there was nothing on this Tesla coin on there.
That should have been your first clue.
Yeah.
And then the sense of urgency. And it is, they're getting more clever as time goes on. I mean, you like you said, like they have tech support. They're answering emails.
Yep.
And so, you really just need to get off Facebook.
If it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true.
Yeah. Well, but this was a pre-IPO.
Here's the deal, Laura. On a pre-IPO, okay, before a company goes public, they actually have to go silent because they don't want to have any of the hype. So there has to be a quiet time before they actually go public.
They don't post Facebook ads all over the place? Oh.
Not with deep fake images of Elon Musk.
Oh, okay.
Say buy now or else you're going to lose. No. So Laura, you lost $250,000 last time. I'm kind of happy she only lost $1,600.
It's improvement.
It is. We're doing better. Hey, better hires start with smarter insights. LinkedIn has the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. LinkedIn.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply. Coming up, more of the show you don't want to miss. If you own a home, listen up. This is scary. The FBI is warning about a crime on the rise: home title theft. And it doesn't happen the way you might think. No break-ins, no stolen keys, just a forged signature on a single piece of paper filed with the county. In minutes, criminals can transfer the title out of your name, then use your ownership to drain your equity or even sell your home. The worst part, most people don't know what's happening until they get collection or foreclosure notices in the mail. That's why I trust Home Title Lock. When you visit HometitleLock.com/Kim, you'll get a free title history report and a 14-day free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection, including 24/7 monitoring of your home's title, urgent alerts to changes, and if fraud does happen. Their U.S.-based restoration team will work to restore your title, covering costs up to $1 million. Don't wait. Protect your home and equity today. Get your free 14-day trial at HometitleLock.com/Kim. That's HometitleLock.com/Kim. Hey, are you tired of dealing with annoying passwords? NordPass ends the madness for good. You can forget juggling dozens or even hundreds of passwords. NordPass remembers and autofills them for you. It's only $1.24 a month. Seriously, your sanity is worth it. Go to nordpass.com/Kim to get my exclusive deal for Kim Komando listeners. Only $1.24 per month at nordpass.com/Kim. That's nordpass.com/Kim. All right, coming up, we have a story about a woman who lost $2 million. $2 million to a scam that you don't want to miss. Now, Andrew, you and I have talked about this before, and I had a letter in my listener mail about how exactly this could happen. It was the story where I told you about my friend who was renting a car in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And she got the price for a couple of days in the UK, and they wanted like $900. And so I'm like, Anita, don't pay that. Use a VPN and tell them that you are in the UK and see what kind of price you get.
Right. They were gouging her because they knew she was a tourist from America,
In the
not a
United
local.
States. Yes. So she, instead of saying she was getting the price from the United States, she got it in the UK, and then that $900 dropped to $300.
Now that's a savings.
So a lot of folks have been asking me, saying, how can that really happen? Well, you're using a VPN. You can just pick the country of your choice.
Right.
Okay. Does it really work if you clear your cookies and your cache? I mean, can retailers track you and give you higher prices that way? Yes. But there's also some other tricks. Like, for example, if you're shopping and you want to see if there's a coupon code, is that you put everything in your cart, make sure you at least get to the part where you give them your email address, and then you go poof. And then how long before it takes?
My sister used to run a company called Fetchback, and they would wait 24 hours until they're hitting your email. But that was years ago. I'm sure it's within 30 minutes to an hour now.
Seconds. Seconds. Every second.
Wait a minute, though. You asked if this was unethical.
Is it?
Absolutely not. Amazon does it to us.
Yeah.
If you're shopping for a product and you're in a higher SES zip code compared to a lower one, the price is going to be different. They're doing it to us. We should do it right back to them.
I agree 100%.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jim in College Station, Texas. Hey there, Jim.
Hello, Laura. Oh, yeah, Laura. Kim. I'm sorry.
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. Okay, well.
One of those days already.
Okay, did you confuse me with Dr. Laura?
No, he confused you with the caller who's giving everybody money named Laura, and he thought if she's giving out money, he might as well get in line.
Yeah, I was thinking, I could take some of that money.
A quarter?
I'm calling
I still
to
can't
find
get
out how to save money, and if she's giving it away.
Yeah, $250,000 to romance scammers.
Heartbreaking.
Terrible. That was about 4 years ago.
Well, at least she learned her lesson. Wait a minute.
Exactly. So what's going on with you, Jim?
My wife and I are going to try again to take a cruise from Honolulu to Sydney, Australia.
Boy, that's a haul. How many days is that?
It's 17 days.
You could do that in about an 8-hour flight. Just
Really?
that along.
It's actually a 17-hour flight
Is
from
it?
Dallas.
Oh, from Dallas.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, from Dallas. Now you used the phrase, Jim. You said we're going to try again. What happened the first time? Did you guys get in a fight at the port or something?
No. We the first time we were preparing to go, COVID hit.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's going anywhere.
No.
It's smart to not get on a cruise ship during COVID.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. So you're going on this cruise, and what are you asking me about?
Earlier this year, you had a show or a caller, and they were talking about, and it's not Starlink, but it was another type of dish receiver that would help with internet and cell phone and streaming service on a cruise line.
Well, you got a couple of ways if you're trying to save money on a cruise ship. Get a couple of ways to do this. Number one, you can use Starlink. They have something called Roam, and it's a little, I guess you'd say, dish. It's about the size of an iPad.
Okay.
And you can put that anywhere you go and take it with you. And as long as you have a view of the sky, you're good to go. The dish itself, depending upon what kind of special that they're running, and they don't really run a lot, but sometimes they jack the price up and they bring it down. When I say jack it up to $600, and then they bring it down to $350. And then you're looking at a fee of, say, $125 a month.
And now let me ask, is this globally? Everywhere on the planet you can use Starlink?
Pretty
even
much.
in the ocean between Honolulu and Australia?
Pretty much, yes.
That's impressive.
I have Starlink on my boat.
And?
Well, it's all high. We put it in with a dish.
Okay.
And so then I went to Barry and I'm like, how about we take the dish off and then we just use the Roam device and I can throw it in my backpack. And then he kind of reminded me that how much it would cost to take the dish down.
Yeah, how much? Okay. It's not worth it.
Like, that's okay. But, if you're also on a cruise ship, what you may have also been talking about, Jim, is the ability to put in a travel router. You take a lot of cruises.
Yeah, I love to cruise.
Have you ever used a travel router?
I just use the cruise ship's Wi-Fi.
And that's pretty expensive, though, isn't it?
It's gotten cheaper over the years.
How much is it?
I think it's like $12 a day now the last time I was on a cruise, and I think that was like 5 years ago. So I'm sure it's even cheaper now.
Well, with the travel router, basically you set it up, and then your guest suite becomes its own internet place. So any device in your room can hook up and use that internet.
Where are you getting the internet from to hook to the router?
Just from the ship, but you're only paying for one.
Oh,
So if
one
they,
device,
yes.
yeah.
So if they charge per device, then you're good to go just with this travel router. They're like $40.
Yeah, that's smart.
Now, some cruise ships have gotten wind of this, though. And they may have been listening to the show, because I've been talking about this for years. And now if you try to hook up a travel router, it's like, it doesn't really work. So you want to ask them before you actually go there, will the travel router actually work?
They may be onto that, but they're not into the fact that I hide booze in my shampoo bottle. They'll never catch me there.
No.
Never.
And well, maybe if they look at you and you're bald, be like, why is this guy carrying like 32 ounces of Dove?
I like to clean my leg hair. Now leave me alone and let me on the ship.
On that happy note, Ernie in Flower Mound, Texas. Where is Flower Mound, Texas, Ernie?
Flower Mound is halfway between Dallas and Fort Worth.
Nice. Sounds like a nice place.
It is. It is. Thank you for taking the call and everything else. Trying to look for I do Bible study with some youth in a detention center. Mm-hmm. And every once in a while, there's happened last week that one of the guys didn't speak English. So what I'm looking for is an app, and I thought you might be able to help me out, that will translate from English to Spanish. And I know that there's a bunch out there, and I did look. Somebody said Google Translate. Mm-hmm. But I would like it to where I could project it. First of all, as I'm talking, I don't want Google Translate. The only thing I could see was that it was doing like a sentence or two, and I would like to have it to where it would be continuous, and I could broadcast that to the screen, and anybody that's having trouble with English could hear what I'm saying.
It's actually a really good idea.
Like real-time closed captioning of you teaching Bible study.
Yes.
Correct.
And you can do this
Oh, really?
But
This is great.
it's not going to be 100%, but it's going to be pretty darn near close.
Okay, I'll take that.
You know, as you mentioned, Google Translate has something called Live Mode. Have you ever used that, Andrew? Live Mode?
Yes, yeah. The kids play with it all the time. They think it's hilarious.
Do they?
Oh yeah, they think it's so fun to hear all the other languages that are coming out the other end.
You know what? What a great prank on your parents. You know?
It's crazy that it's actually a fun toy for children.
There's a couple of things that you might want to look at. Microsoft Translator is actually pretty good. Yes, I said a product from Microsoft is actually pretty good.
Someone record this. Mark the tape.
It's better than Bing. Okay.
Okay.
It will do the real-time translators and all good things like that. But what I like about it, and I can give you the steps to get it onto the TV, but what I like about it is that you can actually have a QR code on the screen. And the QR code will allow who's ever looking at the translation to see that translation on their phone as well. So if they're too far away from the screen or they're having trouble seeing the screen, they can have exactly what you're saying right in front.
Okay, this would be kind of like in a group setting to where, you know, I'm doing the Bible study and it would go to just one TV that everybody could see.
Yeah, one TV, but if somebody's too far from the TV.
They certainly can't have cell phones in the detention center.
Oh, didn't think of that part.
Oh, yeah. In fact,
That's contraband, Kim.
Yes.
I didn't even think of that. Well,
yes.
Okay, they just have to sit around real close to the TV. That's all.
Get cozy.
That's a good cozy. So,
or they have a decent sized TV, so that helps.
yeah, so that's good. So you're going to have you're going to set up with Microsoft Translate, and then on the TV itself, you're going to go to a web address that's going to be synced up with your phone. And so then you get that real-time translation right there. I put you on hold, Ernie, so that this way we can make sure that we get your email address and we'll send out some steps for you to go ahead and follow that. That's what a great thing.
Is it expensive?
Microsoft Translate?
Yeah.
It's free.
Hey, that's pretty cheap. I can afford that. I'm going to pay for it for him.
There's free.
Ernie, I got you.
There's also iTranslate Converse, which is it's supposed to be better. Now, I haven't used that.
So you can't recommend.
Can't recommend it, but they do. They charge for it, so maybe it's better. Maybe not.
No, just because it's expensive doesn't mean it's better.
All right, let's go ahead and do a great tip. And this week is brought to us by Simply Safe. Nothing is more important than protecting who you love from harm. If you've been thinking about home security, now's the time to join the millions of Americans who trust Simply Safe to protect their homes. Traditional home security systems wait until after a break-in to react. By then, it's just already too late. But Simply Safe is a smarter way. They have something called Active Guard Outdoor Protection. It's really amazing. It uses advanced AI-powered security cameras and then paired with live monitoring agents to keep watch over your home 24/7. And if someone suspicious approaches, the agents can see, speak to them directly, and even call the police, all in real time, helping to stop the crime even before it starts. Now, I saw this in my life. I had somebody go to my home in Santa Barbara in order to look at our studios there. And I got a call from Simply Safe that says, there's somebody outside your door. Do you know who this person is? And monitoring plans start around just $1 a day. There are no contracts and no fees if you need to cancel. Plus, with a 60-day satisfaction guarantee, you can make sure that Simply Safe is the perfect fit for you. Visit simplysafekim.com. You're going to claim 50% off a new system with professional monitoring plan, and you get your first month free. That's simplysafekim.com. There's no safe like Simply Safe. All right, here's a little fun fact for you. The first spam email was sent in what year, do you think? What year? 1978, and it went to 600 people. So, Andrew, let me ask you, how much spam do you think is sent every single day right now around the world?
Oh my! How are we measuring this? Amount of emails, gigabytes, terabytes?
Numbers.
Just numbers of emails?
Yes.
I'll go with 3 billion.
You're close. 160 billion.
Oh, missed it by that much.
Yes. So if you're using Gmail and you're wondering who's going to be selling your address to somebody else, it's a simple hack. You just use the plus sign and you add a word to your email. So if your name is like john@gmail.com, if you're signed up for a bank, you can say john+bank@gmail.com. If you're online shopping, John plus the name of the store. And then you know exactly who's selling your email address. But then you can also filter it. So it can go to like special little folders. If, for example, you get the current newsletter, which you should, and you can sign up right now for the current over at getkim.com. Did you notice that professional segue to the...
Slid that plug right in there
Right in there.
seamlessly.
Right in there. All right, still to come, I got to tell you about a gold bar scam. Woman lost over $2 million. Isn't this nuts? We have more of your phone calls here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, if you want to glow from the inside out, get your natural radiance back with Native Path Collagen. Now, some studies suggest collagen supplements may support bone health, tissue recovery, and overall skin and hair wellness. And right now, get 45% off. Plus, you're going to get free shipping and a free gift bundle at getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
All right, let's see. Gennady in Alpharetta, Georgia. Glad to have you with us. What's on your mind today?
Hello, Kim. I'm so excited to talk to you. I hope you can help me. I found some 30-year-old tapes which I was able to convert to DVDs. And it's my late mom talking to her late brother and talking about family history and stuff like that. But I can barely hear what they're saying, and I cannot figure out exactly how to improve the quality of the recording. I was hoping maybe something with AI or some good tool which will allow me to make it louder, cleaner, get rid of the background noise, and maybe help me understand what they're saying.
How nice. Where is your accent from?
Ukraine?
Nice. Yeah, I'm Russian Ukrainian. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that, no.
Oh, see?
Her accent's just a little bit less thick.
My accent's from the New Jersey part of Ukraine.
I've only been listening to your show about 20 years.
Oh, that's all.
And unfortunately, they only broadcast it on Sundays here, so it's not every Sunday I can listen to it.
Oh, well, you can always get the podcast now.
Well, I'm getting the newsletter, and it's a wealth of information, great sales and tips, and I actually bought a number of things you proposed, like, NordPlus and stuff like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you. All right, a couple of tools for you. Let me ask you, Andrew, have you ever used it's called Adobe Podcast Enhance?
No, not yet.
What would you use for that?
I would use CapCut. I would load it into CapCut. There's even the free version of CapCut.
You love CapCut.
I do. I use it multiple times a week. You put it into CapCut. You can mess with the audio, and this is all in the free version. You don't have to pay for this. And then you can have it auto-generate captions. So CapCut's going to analyze the audio and what's being said and put the captions up on the screen for you.
That would be great, yes. And then I can see how that makes sense, because the words will probably, some of the words won't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I will probably guess what they mean.
Right. It'll give you a good idea, even if it's only understanding 70 to 80% of what's being said.
Right.
You'll be able to use
correct.
context clues.
Well, you could try, I would definitely try that. And then try this Adobe Podcast Enhance, because it actually has some AI tech behind it.
Oh, great.
And it will get rid of any type of background noise, and it will enhance the speech.
Right. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
So that might either one of these tools might be really good for you. Now, do us a favor. When you get this all done, give us a call back and tell us which one actually worked the best. And I'm not a betting woman, but I am the digital goddess, so I'm going to go with the Adobe Podcast Enhance over Andrew's CapCut.
I like my job, so I'm going to agree with you.
Love that you're always honest. Coming right back, a woman lost $2 million in a gold scam here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, it doesn't matter how careful you are when using technology. Everyone needs antivirus protection, even me. That's why I keep all my devices safe with Total AV, the award-winning antivirus software. Go to protectwithkim.com for a year of protection for only $19 at protectwithkim.com. All right, so let me tell you, Andrew, her name is Marjorie Kessel. She's 76 years old. She was contacted by the federal authorities to tell her that her money wasn't safe in the bank. So to protect it, she needed to turn it into gold bars. She did. Over $2 million worth. The government officials actually picked it up outside her gate.
Oh, no. She got scammed out of all that gold?
But she got 40% back.
Oh, good.
Because She contested it with Morgan Stanley and said, "You should have taken care of me."
At least she got some of it back.
Yeah, I know. Hey, listen, don't forget to enter to win that iPhone at winfromkim.com.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Thanks for listening to The Kim Komando Show. Here's hour 2.
Okay, so it was leaked online this past week. It was a screenshot, and it showed how much Mr. Beast makes on YouTube. It's just totally leaked out there.
Are we talking per video, totally, for the whole channel, all of his 25 channels?
For 1 month.
Okay.
1 month on all his channels. 1 month. What do you think? How much do you think he makes per month?
Oh my gosh. It's got to be like in the 30, I'm going to say $25 million range.
Not that much.
No.
No, you're really off on numbers, Jay. 4.2 million.
You didn't hear me. You didn't let me finish.
Oh.
I meant to say 4.2 million.
He racked up 2.6 billion views in 28 days.
That's all he gets for all those views?
Okay. That's $50 million a year.
I understand that, but there's these influencers online, they get like 1,400 likes and they say they're living on that kind of income.
So do the women on OnlyFans.
Yeah, well,
okay, there's that.
They're worth the money.
But that's only YouTube. That doesn't include his Feastables.
Right.
Video ad partnerships. That doesn't include that. These are just YouTube ads. His toy company. Amazon paid him like $100 million.
Just cause he's Mr. Beast? Well, his show was fabulous, by the way.
Lunchly, that I hear is not so good.
No. My kids looked at it in the grocery store and they went, "We can't drink Prime. We can't have that." And we moved and got a Lunchable.
Oh, yeah. You know, Mr. Beast net income just increases by the secondest.
What?
I know. I was trying to make a rhyme.
With Beast?
Okay, his income's a beast.
Oh, why is this show live? We need to edit that out.
Oh, it was so much better in rehearsal.
No, it was.
We don't have rehearsals, but that's okay. And on that happy note, welcome. It is the Kim Komando Show because, after all, I'm Kim Komando, America's beloved digital goddess, here with you once again. And joining me is my cohort, Andrew Babinski.
Hi, Kim.
And we are here to make sure that you were always tech ahead and never left tech behind. And of course, you can find the show streaming in your favorite radio app. And we're on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of radio stations across the country. And wherever you get your podcasts, just search for Komando with a K. And I'd like to thank NetSuite for helping to make this show possible. Over 41,000 businesses have future-proofed their business with NetSuite by Oracle. It's the #1 cloud ERP, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all into one fluid platform. NetSuite has added a range of new AI features to its product, and these updates are designed to help companies operate more efficiently. So, like, for example, the software can now automatically detect unusual activity in a company's financial data, allowing issues to be addressed quickly before they just become bigger problems. It helps give you the visibility and control you need to make quick decisions. With real-time insights and forecasting, you're just peering into the future with actionable data. And when you're closing the books in days and not weeks, you're spending less time looking backward and more time on what's next. NetSuite helps you respond to immediate challenges and seize those biggest opportunities. Now, you can download the CFO's Guide to AI and Machine Learning for free right now at netsuite.com/Kim. And I'd also like to thank Oracle. Attention growing businesses, Oracle is offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. For new U.S. customers with minimum financial commitment, offer ends March 31st. See if your company qualifies right now at oracle.com/Kim. Alrighty then, every single day of my life, I'm just all over the internet talking to industry insiders to make sure that we are both up to date on what's going on in the techverse. And here are the top 5 things that you need to know about right now. And we had Apple's big unveiling this past week. We need to cue the angels for that. Like, oh, yes, we were there. Okay, maybe not.
No? Mm-mm. All right, I tried.
It's the iPhone 16e. The iPhone 16e. This one is not thousands and thousands of dollars. It's $599. Now, what you don't get is that good of a camera, not too many camera controls. You're not going to have wide angle shots. You're not going to get the all glass front and back case. You're not going to get Wi-Fi 7. But it's still going to be better for you that you have this phone than probably some of the other phones that are priced for $600.
Is this going to hurt the resale market? If you can go and get a brand new iPhone for $600, that's not too bad.
Yes.
That's the first thing I thought when I saw this release.
They also discontinued the iPhone 14 and the iPhone SE. But you do get Apple's new 5G modem because it's this way, if you're on 5G, you're going to get better transfer speeds and you're going to have more bars. It's going to be in stores February 28th. Moving on to number 2, there's a new iPhone app called Protector. I don't know if you heard about this, but it lets you book security guards and escalates on demand. But think Uber, but with active or retired law enforcement and military officers behind the wheel. And they carry guns. The price is $200 an hour for a chauffeured ride. If you want them on foot, it's $100 an hour, 5-hour minimum. It's only in Los Angeles and New York right now. And we've talked about Black Wolf here on this show before. It's similar. Right now, it's available in Phoenix, Orlando, Atlanta, Miami, etc.
I think I'd pay $500 just to look cool walking around with armed guards surrounding me.
Please, no photographs.
I'm just at the mall walking around with a bunch of guards.
Yeah,
it's worth it.
I'm just here.
And then people would be like, "Who's that?
Who is that?
Is that Drew Carey?"
You kind of do look like Drew Carey.
That's why I picked him.
You do. Moving on to number 3, if you use Reddit, so many people do. 70 million people use it every single day, and things are going to be changing. You know, it's always been free to use Reddit, but Reddit's CEO says paywalls are coming.
For what?
Some subreddits are going to have exclusive content or private areas so that free users are going to be locked out. Now, keep in mind that Reddit is already making money off of all of our data. They've been selling access to Wall Street analysts, market research firms, you name it. Last year, they cut a $60 million deal for Google to license user content.
You know, I use Reddit every single day. I look at it every single morning. But if they slap a price tag on that, I don't have to stay. I can go.
How much would you be willing to pay?
$0.
Really?
0.0. I've talked, how many times have I said this? If you give us something for free and you slap a price tag on it, we revolt.
It is. It's so hard.
If it started out at $2.99, we'd be okay with it because that's what we were accustomed to from the beginning.
But now, you know, there's a thermostat company that is really based right now in Europe and the UK. So let's say you have a smart thermostat.
Right.
And it's like Tato or something like that. It's not a brand here in the United States.
Potato? Is that what you said?
No, Tato.
Oh, okay.
Kind of. It was like potato.
Potato. You say Tato, I say potato. Let's call the whole thing off.
They want to charge at least anywhere between $1 and $3 a month to access the app for your smart thermostat.
It's not a smart thermostat.
Okay. It's like, what?
You got to open the app for $3 a month. Honey, I'm cold. We can't afford it. We can't pay the heat bill. No, we just can't afford the app.
You got to get off your butt and go turn down the thermostat.
That's no fun.
Pokemon Go. Can you name one Pokemon?
Pokemon, of course.
Which one?
Pikachu.
Exactly.
Charmander. Charizard.
This is really interesting. The maker of Pokemon Go is selling the game to a Saudi-owned company by the name of Scopely for $3.5 billion.
Wow, I thought it would be much higher.
$3.5 billion. As it turns out, this Niantic, the maker of Pokemon Go, is not only a huge gaming company, but they were actually collecting a lot of data.
Oh, yeah. They're mapping the world.
Yes. So it was free, but we were, of course, the product all along. $3.5 billion. Another missed opportunity for us here. And finally, this coming in at number 5, back in 2021, Amazon, they kind of paid some money to MGM for James Bond and some other things, about $8.5 billion.
That's a big check.
Yes. But they didn't ever actually own James Bond.
Huh?
They didn't have the creative control because it belonged to Barbara Broccoli, that's her name, and Michael Wilson. And they were the gatekeepers. See, their father, Cubby, actually brought Bond to the big screen in 1962. So while Amazon technically owned MGM and James Bond, but they could not agree to the creative aspects of the next James Bond
So they
movie.
own the rights, but they just couldn't make any changes or improvements or new product without approval.
Without their approval.
Okay.
But Barbara and Mike, the kids of Cubby, they said, okay, we're going to let you do that
Finally.
for $1 billion.
Oh,
So they got $1 billion to do that.
they paid it?
Yes.
Amazon paid it?
Yes.
So
now,
we're finally going to have a new Bond.
yes. And I have really two bad James Bond jokes.
I think I can't wait to hear those.
Do you want both of them or just one of them?
Let's start with the first one and see how we feel after.
Okay. What do you call James Bond having a bath?
I already know I don't want the second one, but what do we call James Bond having a bath?
007?
Yeah, I knew it.
Okay, I'm going to give you the second one anyway.
I don't want it.
I'm going to give it to you. Whose name's on the building?
Kim Commando, go
Okay,
ahead.
all
Can't
right.
wait to hear it.
Why doesn't James Bond make a stinky in bed?
Stinky? I don't know why.
Because it would blow his cover.
You should have led with that.
Oh, I should have led with that one?
That one's great.
All right. Okay. Oh, you know that glow you see on people who just seem to radiate health. It's not just great lighting. It's what's happening on the inside of their body. And one of the best kept secrets to looking and feeling amazing is collagen. You see, as we get older, our body slows down collagen production. That's how we get wrinkles, thinning hair, achy joints, and brittle nails. But here's the great news. You can fight back naturally. With high-quality collagen from Native Path, you're giving your body the essential building blocks to support smoother skin, stronger nails, shinier hair, and even healthier joints. And some studies suggest collagen supplements may actually support bone health. So it's not about just turning back time. It's about feeling your best at any age. Now, if you want to glow from the inside out, it's time to add Native Path collagen to your routine. Your future self is going to thank you. And right now, as a Kim Commando listener, you can get 45% off with free shipping and get a free gift bundle by going to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
All right, coming up, how you can check to see if you're about ready to buy a stolen phone and what to do if a drone spies on you. And of course, we have all of your phone calls, and you have more of me and Andrew. How'd you like to win a brand new iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value, no purchase required? Here's what you need to do. Go to winfromkim.com. 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 Now, you are going to get a couple of issues of my free newsletter. And by the way, if you already get the newsletter, you can still enter to win. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, how about we start with Nancy in Fort Worth, Texas. Hi, Nancy. Glad to have you with us. I only see two words, and they don't look like good words. It says fake DocuSign.
It doesn't say win lottery.
It does not.
Hi, I'm so excited to be on this show. My husband and I used to listen to you in the 80s.
I wasn't on the air in the 80s, but that's close.
Well, it must have been the early 90s then.
It was probably the late 90s, but that's okay.
Really? Okay.
It all goes together after a while.
I guess, yeah, especially when you're old, which I am.
So how old are you?
I'm 83.
Oh, that's young.
Oh, you're like the new 63.
Stop it.
Yep.
So tell me about the fake DocuSign.
Well, I've been under a lot of stress. I'm dealing with my sister's will. And I was just going through the emails, and this one popped up, and I'm trying to sell a house. And I saw DocuSign, and I just turned it on and flipped, just hit it button, and then I was scared.
So
because I figured all of a sudden, too late, that this was a scam.
Wait a minute. What teed you off? What tipped you off that it was a scam?
That I couldn't see anything on the email anymore.
Okay.
I could see who sent it, but it was gone.
Okay. So you completed a fake DocuSign.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, the only thing that I did, and here I am, I'm 83, can't remember anything. I don't remember filling any blanks in.
Okay.
I just clicked, yes, whatever popped up.
And then have you reached out to DocuSign at all?
No, I haven't.
Okay. Because they have a special address. I'll have to get it for you where you can submit fake DocuSigns. I think it's spam@docusign.com. So you could forward that email to them. You know, the fact that you just completed a fake DocuSign, I don't know what was in it. That's my concern.
Right.
I mean, I don't know if you just gave away the farm. I don't know what you said yes to. And so that's why I think it's really important that we get a hold of somebody at DocuSign to see exactly what the heck was going on. Now, you know, you want to make sure that you monitor your bank accounts, all the great stuff. Your credit is frozen. And if you did this on your system, make sure that you check for any malware, antivirus, run your antivirus software, check your two-factor authentication. I mean, this just becomes a bit of a nightmare.
But with a fake DocuSign, it's fake. Could the scammers really use that as leverage against you?
It depends what she agreed to.
But if she only clicked yes and didn't sign any name or initialed anything like she described to us, she should be okay.
I wouldn't.
No, I'm not saying don't take the steps you're suggesting.
Yeah,
but maybe bring the worry level down from a
Yes.
12 to a 9.
Yes, but I still would want to look at exactly what she agreed to, because there are just so many different scams out there, and who knows? I'm not saying that this is the case, but who knows if there was a transfer of a deed, a title.
Sure.
Think about everything that you DocuSign.
We've seen stories where they buy and sell homes through fake documents and fake emails all the time.
So that's why it's just super important that you do slow down. And especially like Nancy, you're going through a grieving process and you're dealing with estate documents, which anybody who's listening right now, we've had to do that. And it's horrible. It's stressful. Your emotional cue is up, the yin yang, and you just want to get it all done. And that's why it's just really important that you just kind of just slow down just a little bit. Nancy, thank you for your call today. Mark in Toledo, Ohio. Hi, Mark.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for taking my call.
My pleasure. How can we lend a hand today?
I've listened to you forever. In fact, since you were in WOWO in Fort Wayne.
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
At least you didn't say I've been on the air since the 60s.
Yeah, exactly. 1942. We used to drink some Ovaltine around the old-time radio and listen to the Kim Komando Show.
Not quite that old, but so we have, with changes at work, we have a engineering team in Toledo and also in Japan, and we use Teams a lot. And the problem is we don't have any idea how we can actually translate Japanese to English. We could record the calls, but then it's not real time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if there's anything that can help us.
Well, you could always use Google Translate in live mode, but if you're looking for like an honest-to-goodness handheld translator, is that what you want?
Well, I need something that's going to work with Teams. So during the meeting, when they're chatting amongst themselves, we can have an idea what they're saying.
And they're talking about you, Mark.
Who knows what they're talking about?
I mean, they're saying, you know what, did you see that guy, Mark? Oh, my gosh.
Is that how you say downsizing and Mark in Japanese?
Oh, my God. That would be awful. That'd be awful. Well, the good news is that since you're using Microsoft Teams, that Microsoft Translator totally integrates with that. For remote meetings, group discussions, you can join with QR codes, all kinds of great stuff. So if you are trying to get that translation in real time, then there are always some AI add-ons. But before we start adding things to Microsoft Teams, Microsoft Teams has it built right in. You just have to enable it. And if you can't do it, just keep in mind that in bigger companies, and even our size company, is that the guy who controls or the gal who controls the Internet Kingdom can enable or disable those features. And so you might need to go to them to say, hey, can you turn it on? Hey, you don't want to miss any special moments in yours and your loved one's lives. So if you're struggling to hear what's going on around you, you need to check out here.com/Kim. They have a nationwide audiologist network. Visit here.com/Kim to see if you qualify for a no-risk 45-day trial. Here.com/Kim.
Experience a membership that backs your business journey with American Express Business Platinum. Earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked on AmexTravel.com. Plus, enjoy a welcome offer of 200,000 points after you spend $20,000 on purchases on the card within your first 3 months of membership. American Express Business Platinum. There's nothing like it. Terms apply. Learn more at americanexpress.com/business-platinum.
Hey, your personal information is just out there. I'm talking about names, addresses, even your online habits are sold by data brokers without your consent. That's why it's so important to visit privacykim.com for my deal with Incogni and remove your info off the internet. You can get 60% off right now at privacykim.com. Once again, that's privacykim.com. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, we're going to talk about how you can tell if your phone has been stolen, okay, number one, and number two, if you're about ready to buy a phone that has been stolen, and then later on, what to do if a drone spies on you. And Andrew, this is a crazy story.
Let me paint a picture for you, okay? I need to know, what would you do? You're in Turks and Caicos.
Beautiful.
You're on vacation with your entire family.
On the beach.
You've decided to go on the water.
Yes.
Get a little waves, a little sunshine. And next to you, within 2 feet, there is a shark. What do you do?
Is it a big shark? No, it doesn't matter.
It's a big shark.
Okay. I would yell,
okay,
shark,
right,
so that everybody around knew.
That's very nice of you.
Okay, and then I would run out of the water.
I'm sorry, that's the incorrect answer.
Oh.
You're supposed to get closer to the shark so you can take a selfie with it, because it's all about the gram. And that's exactly what a 55-year-old Canadian woman did. She saw a shark on family vacation, got close to it to take a picture, and it bit off both of her hands.
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Yes, because of the bites, she had to have an amputation below the wrist on one arm and below the elbow on the other. Her husband had to go in there and fight the shark off, but because it kept attacking her. The scenes, there's pictures from the scene, but they're not gory. But the look on people's faces who are standing around looking at her being treated, it's like they've seen a ghost because this attack was so bad. Do not try and take a selfie with any wildlife.
That is horrible.
Can you believe that?
I didn't know the story was that bad.
You didn't read it? I sent it to you.
All I saw was like shark selfie. I'm like, okay. I'm like,
well, let's pull back the curtain for a second. Every single week I send Kim a couple of stories that I want to do on the air. She then approves one of those stories. She sent back, go with the shark attack one. And now she's like, oh, that's awful. Why would you talk about that?
Well, I didn't know like the woman lost her hands.
Both hands.
Both hands.
Yes. She gave that vacation 2 thumbs. Well, no, not really.
All right, let's switch gears a little bit. Oh, that was awful. Bill in Farmingdale, New York. Hi, Bill.
Hi, Kim. How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
I wasn't supposed to ask that. I was supposed to use my Long Island "How you doing" accent.
How you doing? I'm doing good.
Forget about it.
Over here.
Not everybody talks like that here, but a lot of them do.
So what's going on?
So I have a situation here. I have found that the AI programs have overtaken like pizza and burger joints, and finding the right one is very difficult. I have 7 Zoom meetings that were instructional for a course that I took. They ran about an hour to 2 hours each, and they've provided me with about 150 pages worth of transcripts.
Wow. So what was the course about?
Yeah.
What was the course on?
It's actually it's a listing academy for selling homes.
Okay.
So the majority of it is the speaker talking. I know Word. I use that to get the text, and there's different options. You can have a timeline going. You can identify everybody that's talking. But I really need to distill it down to 20, maybe 30 pages of studyable notes. Mm-hmm. It's something I could do myself, but then AI came along and I got to give this a try. Will it work?
It's a perfect job for AI. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect job. You have the Word doc.
Yes.
So what you do is you can upload that to ChatGPT.
Okay.
They have different models. One is 3.0, 4.0. If you could use 3.0, I would try to use that. It's a little bit better with reasoning. 4.0 should be sufficient, though. And so you upload that, and then you have to tell ChatGPT what you want it to do. But you start with who it needs to be. So I would say start it off by saying, I want you to be my study assistant. And explain that you took this course. Tell it exactly where it came from. I took this course on Zoom, and these are my goals, and this is what I'm trying to accomplish. And I need you to condense this 155 pages into actionable study notes, complete with bullets. And then what I'd like you to do is to develop a 5-page quiz to make sure that I got the answers correct.
Wow. That's very interesting.
And
there's a lot more specifics there than I imagined.
And it would. This is probably going to take ChatGPT. Let's see. If you were going to do it, it would probably take you 8 hours at least to do all this. I think ChatGPT is going to do it in about 30 seconds.
You have that kind of time, Bill?
Yes.
I think I could spare that.
Now, don't be afraid once it comes back. And you look at it and you're like, oh, you missed this, you missed this, you missed this. So that's when you have to say, you missed it. Or I don't understand why you would include this and not that. And this is really important to me. See, the quality of what you get back from AI is what is based fundamentally on the quality of the prompts that you give it. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yes, it does.
So give it a shot, and it's going to understand, of course, your New York accent. Get out of here. The drawer.
Robots.
You know what? Stop making fun of me.
Oh, was my mic on? Oh my gosh. I'm so embarrassed.
Okay, well, here's the deal. Is that Andrew says that I say robots wrong.
You do when you actually say it when you're talking in normal speak.
What do you mean?
Bill needs to use a robot and it'll do all its work for him.
Robot.
It's actually adorable.
It is. It is adorable. Should we take another call? Let's take another one. Kevin in Northwest Arkansas. Hi, Kevin.
Hi.
Welcome. What's going on with you today?
I am so excited to be on your show and give some information because all my friends think I'm crazy or they have different opinions on the way I access my online account. So I've got, let's say, 5 or 6 online banks, investment accounts, and what I do is I have a dedicated computer that I purchased that I've only ever been on those accounts. I've never searched anything. I've never used the internet other than to access these various accounts.
Okay.
And I write all my passwords out on a sheet of paper because I'm worried that if I put them on a computer or do anything that somebody has seen them. So I've got different passwords, different usernames for each account, and I keep both of those locked in a safe. Is that crazy? Is there a better way to do this?
No, actually, I mean, it sounds pretty safe to me. I always have been a proponent of if you're going to be doing financial transactions of any sort, that computer should not be the same computer that you use the web and you do your email.
Okay.
Kevin, can I ask you a quick question?
I do have a dedicated email that's just for those specific. I've read where you need to have an email that's specific only to financial stuff.
Yeah,
of course. That on your website.
Yes, of course.
So,
and then, of course, you're also going to make the operating system, make sure it's all up to date. You have antivirus, turn on the firewall, enable 2-factor authentication. But you had and your credit's frozen. What else? What were you going to say, Andrew?
I just had a question for Kevin.
My credit's frozen. I use a VPN as well. And so I guess the computer is fairly old. It's an old computer because I don't really want to buy a new computer every 2 or 3 years or 4 years.
Okay, well, tell me, Kevin. Is it Windows XP?
It is not. It's a Mac.
Oh, excellent.
Are you married, Kevin?
I am.
Your wife is the luckiest person on the planet because you are the most patient man I've ever heard in my entire life. I don't have time to do all that. That is so much work.
You know what? You know why, Andrew? We didn't want to say what Kevin's last name is.
What is it?
Walmart.
Oh, that's a lot of money. You better protect it.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, he is in Arkansas. I don't know what didn't give you that first clue that we are dealing with right here.
I'm creating a password for a financial account. I'm like, well, that's the same as my Netflix password, but I don't want to remember it too. So I'm going to go ahead and use it.
Yeah, we got $50 in your bank account.
That's unbelievably patient.
Kevin, he's got a lot of money.
He's a winner.
He's going to do that. Speaking of passwords, I use a password manager. Just telling you right now. And NordPass is a sponsor of the show. Go to nordpass.com/Kim. Kevin, you're going to love it. Okay. I know you say you only got 5 passwords. You got more. Okay. I know you do. NordPass.com/Kim is the way to do it. It's only $1.23 a month. Speaking of sponsors, even if you think it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere, from self-driving cars to molecular medicine to business efficiency. Now, if it's not in your industry, it is coming fast, but AI needs a lot of speed and computing power. So how do you compete without costs just spiraling out of control? It's time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. You see, OCI is a blazing fast and secure platform for your infrastructure, database, application development, plus all your AI and machine learning workloads. OCI costs 50% less for compute, 80% less for networking. So you're just saving a pile of money. Thousands of businesses have already upgraded to OCI, including Vodafone, Thomson Reuters, and Suno AI. And right now, Oracle's offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. For new U.S. customers with minimum financial commitment, offer ends March 31st. See if your company qualifies for the special offer at oracle.com/Kim. Oracle.com/Kim. All right, there's this website out there I just want to pass along, and it's actually a free tool from the Cellular Telecommunications Industry Association. That's a big name there, isn't it? The CTIA. Yes, it lets you know if your phone has been reported stolen. So all you need is a phone serial number or the IMEI. Every phone has something called an IMEI. You can find it under settings in case you want to know. So the website is stolenphonechecker.org. Stolenphonechecker.org. All right, still to come, what to do if a drone's spying on you. It actually happened to me. I'm going to tell you all about it here on the Kim Komando Show. Did you know that there's malware out there that records every single thing that you type? It's called a keylogger. It's one of the sneakiest ways that hackers steal passwords, credit card numbers, and private info. It's pretty scary. And that's where Endpoint Lock comes in. Think of it like a secret vault for your keyboard. Go to endpointlock.com/Kim and use code KIM10 for 10% off a monthly or annual plan. That's endpointlock.com/Kim using code KIM10. All right, still to come, we're going to talk about what happens if a drone spies on you. But let's see who's next. Corey in Lone Tree, Iowa. Glad to have you with us, Corey. What's going on?
Hey, great to be here.
Welcome.
Thank you. I just want to say that your last tip to Kevin, my dad keeps all his passwords all in a notebook as well. So that's a great tip. I wrote that down.
Well, so does my husband, but okay.
And his wife is the digital goddess.
Okay, and I keep telling him you need to use a password manager, and so he actually has a book that he bought on Amazon that says WTF the password. Okay.
That's great. That's great. So my question is I have several different vehicles, a couple Focuses, a Kia, like a Ranger, and some tractors, lawn tractors, things of that nature. Everything takes a different, oil filter, air filter, things of that nature. So I was wondering if there's like an app that has all that. So when I go to the store, I don't have to, write down everything. I have it on my phone, ready to go, so I can get what I need.
For sure.
When I go to the store.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of cool because you can see the mileage too. You can enter in mileage,
Okay.
and you can do other tracking with the car as far as I'm not saying like tracking like where it goes. I'm just saying the data points that may be associated with that. There's an app called CarMinder Plus. CarMinder Plus. Now, before you get all upset and say, "Is it not free, Kim? I want a free app." I mean, because it
sounds just like Corey.
Because no, I know where he's going. He's going to say, "I need a free app."
Sure, I want one
Corey?
too.
Corey, you want a free app?
Well, I prefer free.
See, I knew it.
I don't mind if it's like something that I pay once a month, but or not once a month, but like once.
One time.
Once. One time.
One time.
But I
Okay.
don't want to do like a monthly subscription or something like
See,
that.
I knew where he was going.
Uh-oh.
Okay. No, but I got this CarMinder Plus.
Right.
Okay. It's $5.
Listen to it. It's plus. It's not just regular CarMinder. It's plus.
And it's only one time $5.
$5 total?
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, well, there you go, Corey.
They're gonna try to upsell you along the way, but you don't need it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you
Understand
want
that.
if you want totally free, Carfax has something called Carfax Car Care.
See, no plus on that. It's free.
There's no custom fields. You can't do anything. Just what you see is what you get, but it's absolutely free. It's absolutely free.
Okay.
So I kind of feel like that was a better one for
He's
you.
going to go with the plus. He'll pay the $5, right, Corey?
I'd probably pay the $5. If I can customize it, then I'd probably go with the plus.
Now, if you want to go a little bit further,
Uh-oh. Is this a plus?
this is the trifecta of pluses. Okay. Is that there's one called Automate. No premium, no
Oh,
plus.
so I'm waiting for the premium,
No,
the
no,
gold
no,
edition.
no. Okay. It can store the part sizes that you were talking about. And it does the
Okay.
logs. And now instead of it's now free. And
Okay.
it's not $5.
Mm-mm.
It's $10.
Oh, okay.
Oh, see, did you hear that?
He just doesn't want a monthly fee.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't want a monthly fee. $10 is okay.
$10.
I'd even pay $30 or $40.
All right,
for the
I'll
app.
buy it, and then I'll sell it to you for $40. It's a win for everybody.
That'd be great, Andrew.
then yeah, of course, it's just it gets to be a little nuts. But it's always, Corey, thanks for your call. It's always amazing to me is that we get all these great apps, and people like $5,
Yeah.
$10,
And
but
then you see them in the line of the grocery store, and they put a soda for $3.50 in their cart with no questions asked.
yes, or you buy that bottle, that canned water.
Oh, do not come at me with my liquid death, okay?
Okay, how much is that?
I have a subscription. It's $56 a month, and it's literally the best thing I've ever paid for in my life.
Okay, it is literally water in a soda can.
Do you know how cold it gets? It should be called Water Plus. It's that good.
It's in a can.
It's great.
What if you just put water in a can?
That's not the same.
Okay. I tried it. I didn't think it was worth it.
Don't ruin everything for me, Kim.
I did. I tried. I was like, and even Ian's looking at me like, why do we have liquid death in the refrigerator? I thought we just ate chicken. It's pretty close.
It's just water.
It's just water. $8 a
If they want to sponsor, I'm willing to sell my soul for liquid death. Call me.
Yeah, I know. Hey, what to do if a drone spies on you? Still to come here on the Kim Commando Show. Hey, better hires start with smarter insights, and LinkedIn has the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates. Find your next great hire on LinkedIn and post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply. All right, not too long ago, I was in my backyard swimming in the pool, and I heard the sound.
Barry was shaving in the pool again.
So annoying. It was a drone.
Oh, no.
Above head. And I looked at it and I thought, okay, do I flash them? Take my
Yeah.
top off?
That's one way to go.
Okay. Or do I just shoo it away?
Did you shoo?
I shooed it away. And, if this ever happens to you and it becomes an annoyance, just keep in mind, you can always file a complaint with the FAA. And they have all the forms over on the website. I actually saw the house where it went to. And there's a kid living there. So next time I saw the kid, I'm like, hey, knock it off. And he started laughing.
Threatening the neighborhood children. I like it.
Knock it off. Here I am, all 5'5" of me. Hey, don't forget to enter to win that brand new iPhone. Right now, go to winfromkim.com.
Whether your business has 6 floors or 6 employees, Walmart Business has everything you need to save time, money, and hassle. You can restock your break room with bulk ordering or bulk up your ordering team with shared payments. And you can get it all delivered straight to your business's door, whether that's on Wall Street or Main Street. Walmart Business. It's the Walmart you love, now for your business. Learn more at business.walmart.com.
Thanks for listening to the Kim Commando Show. Here's hour 3.
Every once in a while, when I see these tech products, I think to myself, how did they ever come up with this idea? I mean, Were they drinking? Were they just a bunch of nerds and geeks of the week? I mean, marketing people. There's a company by the name of Zugu, Z-U-G-U, and they have a product called In Case of Death Case. In Case of Death Case.
Okay.
When you pass away, this case will brick your iPad because you are wearing a pulse-detecting smart ring. So if your heart stops, the ring triggers an app that will wipe all the data off your iPad. It'll post a farewell message on all of your social media, and then rickroll your loved ones on repeat. Isn't that something?
I know you're curious about the product. I'm curious about the name of the company. Zugu?
Zugu.
Where did they get Zugu?
Guess how much it costs?
Oh, it's got to be expensive. $100, $99.99.
$1,500.
Oh, my word.
1,000. Boy, talk about never letting them down.
There it is.
Could you imagine that? Hearing that over and over.
Just to your enemies, not to all your friends and family, right?
That would be crazy.
That's good.
Hey, on that happy note, welcome. It's the Kim Komando Show. It's the nation's largest, award-winning, biggest, best show about all things digital. And joining me, of course, is my cohort, Andrew Babinski. And we are here to make sure that you're always tech ahead and never left tech behind. And you can find the Kim Komando Show on over 420 top stations throughout the United States. And we're streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for my last name, Komando, as well as wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Komando with a K, of course. And I'd like to thank LinkedIn for helping to make this show possible. You know, as a small business owner, you don't have the luxury of clocking out early. Your business is on your mind 24/7. So when you're hiring, you need a partner that grinds just as hard as you do. And that hiring partner is LinkedIn Jobs. LinkedIn makes it easy to post your job for free, share it with your network, and get qualified candidates that you can manage all in one place. Their new feature can help you write job descriptions and then quickly get your job in front of the right people. Either post your job for free or pay to promote. But promoted jobs get 3 times more qualified candidates. And at the end of the day, the most important thing to your small business, and I know this, is the quality of your candidates. And with LinkedIn, you can feel confident that you're getting the best. Find out why more than 2.5 million small businesses use LinkedIn for hiring today. You can find your next great hire on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Kim. That's linkedin.com/Kim. Terms and conditions apply. You know, every single day you've heard me say it. I truly do. I visit at least 35, 40, even more sources to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech world. And here are 5 things that you need to know about. Andrew, do you remember the name Elizabeth Holmes? Elizabeth Holmes?
Of course. She owned that blood drug company.
Theranos.
Yeah, they faked that they could read your blood, do blood tests in like a minute.
Yeah, it was just a few drops of blood. Well, in reality, we all know the tech did not work.
Correct.
Okay. As a cover-up, it was so interesting to me. I don't know if you saw the movie about this.
The documentary is fabulous.
It's crazy. They used commercial lab machines from other companies to pretend that the device was real.
They were sending blood samples off that they were taking, like you said, to other companies to get back the results, just to keep the fraud going.
And you saw the big presentations that they did at Walmart and people buying off on it.
And she always talking to that deep voice all the time.
She doesn't have that voice anymore, by the way.
I just need 1 drop of your blood, Kim Komando.
She was sentenced to 11 years and 3 months. She's locked up in Bryan, Texas, and she still says she did nothing wrong. But I read People Magazine's interview with her. Talk about a PR puff piece, okay?
Okay.
She calls prison hell and torture. She wakes up at 5 a.m. It's so hard. She eats fruits and has to exercise. And she works as a clerk in the prison for 31 cents an hour.
Hey, at least she's getting paid.
She helps inmates with resumes, and she teaches the inmates French.
Look at her. She's serving the community. She's giving back.
She only gets to see her 2 children a couple of times a week.
Well, that's probably kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah. Too bad she defrauded people of nearly $1 billion.
Oh, there was that part.
Talk about a life in vain.
Good one.
All right. Moving on to number 2. Do you believe that big tech or social media has censored opinions that were not in keeping with the government's official line?
Sure.
Do you
of course.
think that?
Yeah.
Has it ever happened to you?
No.
Well, now you have the opportunity to be heard by both the FTC and the FCC. Andrew Ferguson is the new chairman of the Federal Trade Commission, and he has opened an official investigation to determine the truth. And what you can do is go over to the FTC website. They want your comments. They want to know what you think. And the deadline for submission is May 21st.
I don't understand this. They own the social media platform. If they want to mute me or shadow ban me it's not like this is some sort of American right. It's Facebook. Calm down.
But, Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg was out saying, well, I didn't know anything about that.
He sounds just like that Theranos lady.
No, he's not like that. I still like when I call down to like a hotel or something. It's like, oh, yes, Mr. Commando.
Your voice isn't even that deep.
Oh, the other day, Joey and I were recording something, and he actually said, you need to clear your throat. You sound like a guy. I'm like, okay. Like, thanks for telling me. Moving on to number 3, we have, guess what's coming? ChatGPT 5.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we just have a new ChatGPT? Is this?
It was 3.0. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And we have 4.0.
Is this to compete with all the other ones that are popping up over the last 6 weeks?
Yes. They say 5 is going to be better at just about everything. Reasoning, planning, problem solving. It's not just going to answer questions. They say it's going to think ahead for you and make smarter decisions. And when asked about the release timeline, Sam Altman, the guy who's in charge of OpenAI, he said, hey, it could be weeks. It could be months.
Oh, okay. Sure. Months are weeks, just more of them.
Yes. It could be weeks.
Sure.
It could be months.
Months could be years.
It could turn into that. Here's a new job. It's called an AI trainer or an AI tutor. It was over in Business Insider. College computer science student Riley Willis, he was in All About the Story. He needed to find some extra cash. And so what he does is he sits behind a keyboard 30 hours a week, and he works for a company called Data Annotation Tech. Works remotely, no boss, no coworkers. And what he does is he fact checks the AI chatbots and the models.
We need that. The hallucinations are crazy.
He makes $25 an hour.
That's not bad.
Doing this. But here's the deal. Elon Musk's company, they have come out with Grok, as we all know, and they're looking to hire thousands of AI tutors and trainers. They say most are temp jobs, 6 months, but they could be full-time, remote, doesn't matter, part-time. They pay up to $65 an hour.
That means Elon wants to get this right.
And it doesn't require a degree, no training, but they say if you do have a background in writing, that will actually help.
Be helpful.
Yes, but up to $65 an hour to sit in there in your computer chair. Saying, but what if the person doesn't know what they're talking about?
Well, it'll be just like the AI then.
Hallucinating. Guess somebody's sitting back there with like a beer, six-pack. Oh, yeah, that looks right to me. That looks right.
Absolutely. First president was Teddy Roosevelt.
And he was black. Remember when they did that?
Oh, yeah. The founding fathers, and 6 of them were black guys.
That was like, we all sat there and went, oh, this is never going to take over the world.
Yeah, we were wrong.
Yes, exactly. 67% of Americans are polite to their AI chatbots, according to a new survey by Future. 55% say that it just feels right. 12% are worried about a robot uprising. We're talking about saying please and thank you. Did you say please and thank you?
I didn't in the beginning, but then you changed my mind. You kept preaching that the nicer you are, the more cordial you are, the better results you get. And so now I've adapted to that.
So you do say please and thank you?
I do. I talk to it like it's a person, even though it's not. It's just a fancy toaster.
Now, what about with your kids?
Am I polite to my kids? No, they're my children.
No, I'm talking about, are you teaching them to say please and thank you to... Because you used to say it was just like a toaster.
It is, yes, I know, but you've led me the right way. We have Google. Our whole house is Google Home enabled, and my daughter screams at Google like it's her slave.
Oh, really?
So even if I am teaching them that, it's not translating so far.
What does she ask it to do?
Turn on the lights, but she doesn't ask. She yells.
Oh.
Hey, Google, turn on my bedroom lights.
Okay, that's cute. Speaking of manners, is it proper manners to knock on the refrigerator door before opening it?
I know the punchline. I won't ruin it.
Well, you should, just in case there's a salad dressing.
I knew it.
Oh, I'm so good.
It was cute.
So good, it's bad. All right. Every time you go online, internet providers track your every move. Here in the United States, they're selling our browsing history, even in incognito mode. And until that becomes illegal, protect yourself like I do with ExpressVPN. It's an easy-to-use app that encrypts and reroutes all your internet traffic through secure servers. And by using ExpressVPN, my internet provider cannot see my browsing history. I can hide my IP address, and that's the number that identifies me and my location online. And I can change my IP address to be more anonymous. So with servers in over 100 countries, I can appear virtually anywhere I want to be. ExpressVPN is super easy to use. Get connected with a single button with apps for every device like your phone, your laptops, your desktops, and tablets. Get extra 4 months of ExpressVPN for free right now at expressvpn.com/Kim. That's expressvpn.com/Kim. All righty, coming up, we have some great tips like how to use DeepSeek the safe way, if you have to. We have some scammy myths that we're going to be passing along and how to remove location data before sharing your photos. And of course, we have all of your great phone calls, and you have me and Andrew.
Okay, Chad. Today you're gonna drive the all-electric Toyota BZ.
But my electric vehicle phobia. I'm not ready, Dr. Ross.
I believe in you.
Oh my gosh. We're inside it.
Try to take deep breaths, okay?
The ventilated seats, they're touching me.
You can do this, Chad. Drive the car. How do you feel, Chad?
I feel cured. Woohoo! I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
The all-electric BZ. One drive can change your mind. Toyota. Let's go places.
Look at that phone that you're carrying around. Don't you really want an iPhone 16 Pro? I know that you do. It's a $999 value. You can enter to win it right now. No purchase required by heading to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. All righty, Andrew, let's take some calls. Delray in Prescott, Arizona. Glad to have you with us. What's going on?
Oh, how you doing, Kim? Big fan of yours, longtime fan of your newsletter and that, and read it all the time.
Good. Well, thank you. Thank you. How can I help you?
Well, I'm a big fan of K-dramas, and I had an interesting thing that happened to me just recently. I was on Facebook, and I left a comment on a really nice comment on a famous actress, Park Eun-bin, who's Extraordinary Attorney Woo fame and that. Well, anyways, I got invited to chat with her on Messenger. You know, and this went on for a couple of days that we were chatting with her and that.
Now, wait. I got to tell you something. I don't know a lot about K-dramas. Is she a big star?
Oh, yes, a big star. In fact, she's going to have a nice big series on Disney this next month.
I need to break this down even farther. What's a K-drama?
A K-drama, Korean drama.
Oh, okay.
Even I knew that.
So it's a Korean television show that's dramatic.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And is it all in Korean?
Well, yeah. I read it subtitles, but I can't hear very well anyway, so it doesn't matter.
And what draws you into these Korean dramas?
Well, I started watching them. Actually, this Eun-bin Park was my gateway into it. That and Squid Games.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I can see that. I like Squid Games.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is she hot? Is this Park lady hot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm following you now, Dewey.
Okay, can you look her up?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Let's see what she looks like. What's her name again?
Oh, yeah. Park Eun-bin.
Do you know how to spell that?
No, I'll take a shot.
It's PARKEUM or N, excuse me, and BIM.
Oh, yeah, she's gorgeous.
Oh, God. So lucky you, Del Race in Prescott, Arizona.
Yeah, she's talking to you on Facebook?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, that was great. And then she said, well, we want to be more private, and she wanted me to get on a Telegram app to start talking to her.
Okay.
Next thing we're doing is swapping photos and that.
What kind of photos are you swapping?
Oh, just nice photos, nothing sexy or anything like that. I just, that other stuff is too passe for me.
All right.
Anyways, I kind of suspected this was an AI, especially once I because the answers are all like if you were to get on Siri or something like that, you know that. But I did get some nice answers about stuff because I am writing a K-drama, and I got advice on what to do about how to sell it and all that kind of stuff.
That's good. Did she ask you for any money?
Oh, yes. We exchanged pictures, and next thing she she wants me to join her fan club and to run down to Walmart and get an Apple Card. And I know that's a scam right there.
Thank goodness.
And I said, well, I don't join fan clubs and such. I have too much respect for you. And so after that, a day later or so, I get a telephone call from her.
Oh, wow.
And, for about 30 seconds, she's waving at me and speaking in Korean. And then she says, well, I can talk to you longer if you buy a Apple Card and get on to that. And so anyways, I just basically told her, I said, you're a multimillionaire. If you were real, you wouldn't need an Apple Card for me to talk to you. And that pretty much put an end to the conversations. But what my question was, is this a scammer or is this her agency that is using AI to try to get more money from the public?
It's a scammer.
Her agency is not going to ask you for gift cards. Like you even said it yourself in telling us the story that you knew it was a scam because they were asking for gift cards.
It was. It's a scam. And that's how they suck you in.
He's even questioning his own instinct, which was correct.
Yeah, Delaware, you're right. I mean, you got scammed. I mean, you were about to get scammed. I'm glad that you're smart enough that you didn't. But that's how it all starts. Here you are sitting there saying, oh, I love your show. I love your show. I love your show. I love your show. Okay. And then before you know it, the agent wants you to get them Apple gift cards.
Do you think most likely he wasn't even posting the comment on a real fan page for this actress and it's just a fake page that was made?
It could have been, but they also troll the real pages.
True.
And then they get your Facebook ID, and then that's how they reach out to you. And then before you know it, the K-drama turns into bad drama.
Real drama.
Bad drama.
She is pretty, though.
She is, but she doesn't need... What is she going to use with the Apple gift card?
Yes.
I mean, what is she going to buy?
Right. I mean, obviously, she really needs Google Play gift cards.
Yes, I was going to say Starbucks. Hey, if you've been thinking about home security, now's the time to join the millions of Americans who trust SimpliSafe. SimpliSafe helps stop break-ins. Visit simplysafekim.com to get 50% off a new system with a professional monitoring plan. There's no safe like SimpliSafe. All right, coming up, we're going to talk about how you should remove location data before sharing photos with strangers online because they can know exactly where you live. Plus, we have more of your great phone calls and more of us here on The Kim Komando Show. Hey, you want to glow from the inside out? Get your natural radiance back with Native Path Collagen. Now, some studies suggest collagen supplements may support bone health, tissue recovery, and overall skin and hair wellness. Right now, get 45% off and free shipping and a free gift bundle by going to getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
All right, coming up in just a few minutes, how to use DeepSeek AI the safe way. And before we go back to all of your phone calls, have you ever thought, Andrew, about when you upload a photo that the location data is still there?
Not one time.
Really?
Absolutely never.
It's all there.
Of course it is. Well, I never thought about it. You know why? Ignorance is bliss.
That's true. It's like, so what?
Yeah.
So what? So when people, you upload photos, people come knocking on your door, you're like, oh, how did you know where I lived?
Oh, did I do that?
It's called metadata. It includes the data was taken, the camera settings, then location. So when you share these images, anyone can have access to that data, including internet strangers, stranger danger. So to stop it on your iPhone, you go to the image that you want to share and go to options, and then you toggle off location. Toggle off.
Every single time? I got to do this every single time?
In Team Android, you're going to do the same thing, but then you're going to go into details and then remove location data. All right, back to the calls. How about Larry in Colorado Springs, Colorado? Hi, Larry.
Hi there. How are you?
Wonderful, wonderful.
So that's what I heard, so that's why I called.
I am wonderful.
I got a little problem. One of the guys at work told me I should call the best podcaster in the world, but Stephen A. Smith wouldn't take my call. So
Larry's got jokes.
Okay, I'm putting Larry on hold.
Oh, no.
I'm putting him on
That was
hold.
a good one.
I'm putting him on hold till we're going to try again. We're going to try again. Because you know what? Let me remind you. My name's on the building.
That's fair.
Okay, let's see. Oh, wait. No, we don't want to take that person. Larry in Colorado Springs.
Hi, Larry.
Oh, did he hang up?
Look what you did.
Oh.
He's calling Stephen A. Smith right now as we speak.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Larry, we were just teasing with you. That's all. That's all.
Andrew did impressions or something, you know.
Oh, he's back. Larry's back.
Well, maybe. Anyway, let's get to the problem. I'm trying to create a marketing site that focuses on senior citizens. And I'm using GoDaddy WordPress version of the thing called Arrow.
Uh-huh.
And frankly, assumes a level of technical sophistication that I don't have. You try to use their tutorials. Their tutorials are built to be either for a single site that shows pictures of your granddaughter or a site that sells 1,000 items, and neither of these apply.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm trying to find a viable source of tutorials for.
Okay, well, maybe this just isn't the right platform for you. How many different products do you expect to have on this site?
What I'm doing is I've divided the senior citizen world, if you will, into 9 categories. Things like health and wellness, education, technology, et cetera, et cetera. From those will go a series of articles to discuss various things in those. So there's a separation under the categories. But it's simple. These are articles that are static. The only thing that makes it unique is I want to solicit opinions from the senior citizens.
Okay. All right. I'm going to wait, Larry. I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to
Okay.
stop you right there. Let's talk about what's happening on the internet. Okay. That the days of building a website and they are come, those days are over. Those days are dead. Because everybody's using the AI in order to get information, and
Right.
AI is then linking out to what it may deem necessary, and sometimes not at all. Web traffic is down by, last time I saw it, it was like 67% web traffic.
Okay.
So the days of putting a blog post up and making money by affiliate marketing, which, by the way, you need a lot of traffic because you may only make 1%, maybe 3%, maybe 10% if you're lucky of whatever you're selling. But you need to have a lot of traffic in order to get somebody to buy. So whereby you could use another tool like Wix or Squarespace in order to build that website, your time, effort, and energy might be better spent by creating a Facebook group where everybody is already, inviting family members and friends, and then they invite family members and friends to join the group. You put up a post about one particular product, and then you link to that particular product, and then you try to make money that way, or you do something like a TikTok shop, put the post on Instagram, and not do anything on the web at all.
Okay, and how does that fit? Let me back up a little bit. The model is not to make money, to be honest with you.
Okay, well then that's even better. That's even better then. I mean, if the model, Larry, if the model is not to make money, that's even better. Why it should be on social media. It's even better. What do you think, Andrew?
Well, the first thing when he said when he wanted to solicit opinions, I went exactly where you went. If you want opinions, you know where opinions are? Facebook. That's where opinions are. And if that's truly what he's seeking, you're right. Create a group, get people involved, ask them to comment on your post.
Now, what do you think about the web being dead?
It is. Who uses the internet?
I know.
But we've argued about this because if AI scrapes the internet for information and the internet's dying, where's AI going to get all the information?
Do you know, I made a big decision this past week.
You're going to have another baby. Oh, my gosh, Kim. That's amazing.
Actually, I am on March 8th.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You get another dog.
Okay, that's about it. I made a major decision this past week to kill all the advertising on Komando.com.
That's huge.
Yeah, I'm going to write about that. The reason why. Because the ads have become so invasive that the third parties are sending. They're obnoxious.
Okay.
Because nobody's there. You're not making that much. I looked at it and said, we're really not making that much money.
What about hand placing your own ads? Is that too much labor?
We'll do our own client ads.
Okay.
But those are going to be far and few between.
Sure.
But even if you start looking at other websites, they're starting to kill the ads too. Because it's just because the traffic isn't there, it's not generating the income for the inconvenience.
Do you think if the ads go away, it will equal more engagement?
Yes.
Okay. And there's a benefit from you.
I hope so. Let's see. Rick in Minden, Nevada. Where is Minden?
Hi, Kim. So Minden, Nevada is in the northern part of the state, and we are about 20 miles east of Lake Tahoe.
Oh, nice. And so is Minden known as the cheaper place to stay when you want to go to Lake Tahoe?
Yes, if you don't mind driving up over the pass to get to it.
Yeah, that would be. I wouldn't be good at that.
Up over the pass sounds scary,
It
so I'm
does.
gonna pay the extra.
Only in the wintertime.
That's it. So what's going on?
So, Kim, I'm part of a volunteer group, and we specialize in dealing with winter maintenance, interestingly enough. And about 20 years ago, we started a listserv through one of the universities that we could exchange emails and we could ask questions and we could have a dialogue. And
okay, well, I'm going to stop you right there. I'm going to stop you right there. Okay.
Listserv.
You have to. Okay, I know. I know what a listserv is.
Was this created on your GeoCities site?
Well, and you know, that's just it. It was like it's like a bulletin board kind of thing from 30 years ago, and quite honestly, I'm surprised that it has survived as long as it has, with all the different social medias and different ways of communicating out there. But anyway, they're doing away with our listserv, and so we've got to find a different way to exchange ideas, to swap emails, ask and answer questions. And the thing that's kind of balling it up is we're in a government sort of situation. So social media is difficult for folks to be on during the work day. And
so we're just going to hang out on a listserv.
Well, no, because it shows up in your email. It just pops up into your email, right?
Yeah. And so let me just back up, because everybody who doesn't know what a listserv is, how would you define it, Rick, in like 10 seconds?
A listserv is an email service where you can send and receive emails on whatever topic you're particularly interested in.
So if somebody you ask a question, what's the weather going to be like in 3 months in Lake Tahoe or wherever, whatever you want to ask, And then somebody answers, the next person answers, and all of these responses come by email. And so you definitely need a folder and a filter in your email box to set this up.
Right.
100%.
And yeah, and so the listserv sort of provides that for us. But it's more like, how do you do this particular thing? What different techniques are you using for winter maintenance? Is anybody out there using this particular chemical or tool to do winter maintenance? And we're a pretty international group. We've got about 500 subscribers.
Wow, that's big.
And yeah, it's pretty big. And we're on almost all the continents, not Antarctica, but we've got members from all the other continents. So it's a pretty universal group. And so it's like distilling things down to the lowest common denominator. It's like not everybody can get on Google. Not everybody works in, believe it or not everybody works in Microsoft, products. And so trying to keep those lines of communication open for us without having to open an app and go in and look for something and see if it happens. You just, like your newsletters, like the first thing I do is I scan my email and it's like, oh, there's the newsletter. That's what I got to pay attention to today.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate that. We're not even related. And he said it was nice. Okay. So your listserv, you said, is going away?
Yeah, they're doing away with it. And of course, they're suggesting things like Google Groups and Teams and things like that.
There's still a listserv out there. There's one called Groups.io. Groups.io. I think it's free up to...
Oh, even better.
Well, no. I think it's free up to like 250 people or something like that.
You're going to have to cut some of your friends off.
And that's it. And after that, I don't know, it's probably $10-20 a month if you want to pay for it.
Oh.
Don't say oh. Mm-hmm. Okay, you went to Starbucks. I know you did.
You got 500 people in this group. $20 divided by 500 is chump change.
Yeah, but see, we're all volunteers, right? And so this is like Rick would pay $10 a month to keep the thing going, which is okay. It, like you say, it's a one trip to Starbucks, basically.
Yeah, I mean, you could try. Slack is going to cost you, and there's an email integration with that. There's Discourse, but I think probably the best one for you is going to be that Groups.io, and you're going to look at that, and then you're going to sit there. You know what he's going to do, Andrew?
Yeah.
He's going to sit there and he's go, I love Kim Komando.
Oh, I heard him gasp when you said there's still a listserv he can use. I heard, really? Oh my gosh.
Listserv. Oh my gosh. That brings back bad memories of listserv. Someday I'll tell you the story. It was about Yahoo screwing up. Oh my gosh. It was a nightmare. Hey, listen, I hear this all the time. Bob from Chicago wrote, I thought I was being careful and I got an email from my bank that looked legit. It said that there was suspicious activity. So I logged in to secure my account. A minute later, my money was gone. I was locked out of my account. Let me tell you, even the most careful people can get caught by these clever hackers and scammers. And that's why you really need solid antivirus protection that instantly blocks harmful malware threats and viruses in real time, keeping your personal data and your identity safe. Total AV is the award-winning antivirus software that I use and trust, and so do 35 million other folks. It could have stopped it from happening probably. So go to protectwithkim.com right now. Get Total AV for just $19 for the first year. Covers up to 5 devices, including Windows, Macs, and smartphones. That's protectwithkim.com. Don't wait. Your security matters. Get protected now. Go to protectwithkim.com. All right, so let's say you want to use DeepSeek AI. We all know it's from China, and they keep track of everything, and you are going to get only China state-approved information. But if you do actually want to try it, the only way is to use it on a separate device, an old phone maybe that you don't use. And I want you to treat everything that you input as public information. No personal, no sensitive business data. All right, still to come, we have more of your great phone calls you don't want to miss here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, with just one click, ExpressVPN encrypts all your online activity, rerouting it through secure servers, making it impossible for your internet service provider to see or sell your online browsing history. You can get 4 extra months free right now at expressvpn.com/Kim. John in Michigan. Hello there, John.
Hi, Kim. How are you this day?
Wonderful, and thank you for asking. See how nobody ever asked about you, Andrew?
No. It's all right. I'm fine.
Hey, Andrew, not to leave you out, brother.
It's good. It's all good.
I heard you say something about only have 4 minutes left. I don't know if that means I have to keep it brief here, but I will try anyway.
No, we'll take as much time as you need, John. Lay it on us.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you, Kim, for being a Geek Speak translator for the masses here. All the work you do with the advice on scamming and whatnot is well received here. My mother-in-law was a victim of a scam not too long ago, and as therapy to help her recover and not feel so alone and victimized, I've asked her to read your newsletter that I forward to her now, which is wonderful.
Good. Well, thank you for that.
I try to learn something new every day, and it's not hard at all. When I open up your newsletter, I always learn something new.
That's so nice.
I was a Geek Speak translator for industry as a technology specialist for some of the biggest material handling companies on earth. And then 2 years ago, I decided to retire.
And then what did you do, and how can I help you?
What I did was I decided that I was going to start taking my Medicare. And after that nightmare of getting signed up for that, I thought I'd rather help people get their own medical insurance instead of just retiring and doing nothing. And as part of that mission, I try to help them find whatever Medicare or Medicaid or Obamacare or whatever suits their needs. And a lot of times people come in here, they don't have good access.
So you're helping them out, and I really need you to get to your question because we do run on time. We are on time, John.
Okay. Basically, I help them get online, and they run what amounts to a public terminal for them to use, and I want to know what's the best way to clean that off so I got no personal information left on it for the next person to hack into.
Well, and that's a good thing because, when somebody is actually, entering in information for a health, for a medical application, I mean, they're just putting every single thing in there. And you're right, John, and thanks for your call and all your kind words because, you do want to be safe. What you want to do is use a program called Deep Freeze. It's called Deep Freeze. It automatically resets Windows when you reboot it. So somebody's going to type in that information. You're going to use Deep Freeze. You do have to set it up. You do have to pay for it. It's about, I think it's like $50. $50. So you can take a look at Deep Freeze. There's another one called Reboot Restore. That's another option for you, and it's about the same price. So either one will suit you up. And thanks for helping out, and thanks again for all your kind words. Coming up, some scam myths you need to know here on the Kim Komando Show. All right, so there are a lot of myths about scams, Andrew. Okay, let me ask you this. Yeah. Do you think that older people are more likely to fall prey to scams than younger people?
Obviously, yes.
Nope.
What?
Not at all. That's big. That is a myth. The FTC has found that people under 30 actually lose money to scams more often. They fall for job scams, fake online stores, and phishing texts.
Idiots. We're all just idiots.
I know. You got to be so careful. I mean, every time you turn around, somebody's getting scammed.
Be cautious of everything.
And if you did get scammed, I'd love to hear from you, really. Head over to komando.com, and then there's a link at the top that says Ask Kim, and I read every single note that you go there, that you send to there at komando.com.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right. And naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything. From the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Thanks for listening to the Kim Komando Show. Here's Hour 4.
This is really frightening, and I want you to think about this. We all glance at our phone, from time to time. Now, if you do this for 5 seconds, think about this. How long does it take really for your brain to refocus and then to really put your eyes back on the road? This is frightening. 35 seconds. That's what researchers found. You see, your attention off the road for over a half a minute, that's enough time to miss a stop sign. Think about this. Just blow right past a red light or drift into traffic. So the next time you're in a car with a younger driver, here's what I want you to do. Count to 35. It's going to feel like forever to them. And just remember, this goes for you too. So just put your phone away. You see, it's this type of know-how that I pass along each and every show to make sure that you're safe and also that you're tech head, because after all, I'm Kim Commando, America's beloved digital goddess, and you just tapped into the biggest show, the best show. You know, it's your most trusted source for all things digital. And you can find my award-winning show on over 420 top stations throughout the United States. And of course, we're streaming in your favorite radio app. Just search for my last name, Commando, and wherever you get your podcasts, just say, hey, play the Kim Commando Show, and I should just pop right up there. And a big hello and salute goes out to all of our listeners on the American Forces Network Radio. I just love this, reaching over 375,000 U.S. service members in 175 countries and 200 ships at sea. Get the Kim Commando Show. And the Commando hotline's open right now for you at 1-888-825-5254. If you want to join in on the fun, but just a reminder, you can always make an appointment to speak with me here on the show. Just head over to the website, commando.com, and then there's a link in the top that says Ask Kim. And I'd like to thank Oracle for helping to make this show possible. You know, even if you think it's a bit overhyped, AI is suddenly everywhere, from self-driving cars to molecular medicine to business efficiency. And if it's not in your industry yet, it's coming fast. But AI needs a lot of speed and computing power. So how do you compete without costs just spiraling out of control? It's time to upgrade to the next generation of the cloud, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, or OCI. OCI costs 50% less for compute and 80% less for networking. So you're just going to save a pile of money. You know, and thousands of businesses have already upgraded to OCI, including Vodafone, Thomson Reuters, and Suno AI. And right now, Oracle's offering to cut your current cloud bill in half if you move to OCI. For new U.S. customers with a minimum financial commitment, offer ends March 31st. And you can see if your company qualifies for this special offer at oracle.com/Kim. You know, every single day, I tap into at least 40, maybe 45 different sources to make sure that I know exactly what's happening in the tech world. And here are the top 5 things you need to be aware of right now. And we're going to talk about the billionaire Shark Tank. Yes, it's OpenAI's guy behind ChatGPT, Sam Altman, squaring off with Elon Musk. Now, no one really knows how these things get started, but along with Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink satellites, Musk has an AI startup called Grok, and Musk is offering Sam Altman $97 billion. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? I need to write a check for $97 billion to buy ChatGPT. Now, Sam Altman was insulted by that, so he rejected Elon Musk's offer, attacking his manhood, saying that, oh, you're just not a happy person. And then Musk says, you know what? I don't want to have anything to do with you. And then Altman comes back at him and says, well, I'll buy X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, for $9.7 billion, knowing that, well, Musk paid what, $44 billion. So we don't really know what's going to happen, but I just think it's funny that we have 2 billionaires fighting like they're, I don't know, kids on a playground. Moving on to number 2, for over a year, companies of all sizes have ordered everyone back to work. Now, the latest to slam down the gauntlet are 2 presidents. Jamie Dimon, he's the head of the world's largest bank. He's the head of the world's 5th largest bank. And, of course, President Trump. But what do you do when the employees just refuse? Well, more than a year ago, Elon Musk was both cheered and jeered when he said everybody needs to come back to work at X and SpaceX and all his other companies or else. In all, he's fired more than 6,000 people. Meanwhile, over at JPMorgan Chase, the normally reserved CEO is quoted as saying, I've had it. And he's blaming the Gen Zers. Now, in Washington, where only 6% of the government workforce was checking in, that's nothing, 6%. Trump's directive has seen about 80,000 take buyouts. So could an entire generation be simply left behind in the workplace because they don't really want to work? Speaking of work, let's move on to number 3. The news media is just full of all these stories about women who pose nude and engage in sexual activities for people on OnlyFans. They claim to make really big money. I mean, really big money. But is it true? One OnlyFans model says she made $43 million over the last few years. Yes, I said $43 million by posing naked. So can a gal get rich on OnlyFans? As it turns out, the big money only goes to the top 0.1% of all OnlyFans creators. But most of these women have already made a name for themselves in the real world. I'm talking about social media stars and celebrities whose fame is fading or is already gone, like Maitland Ward or Denise Richards. So they turn to porn. The top 1% make less than $50,000 a year. The average OnlyFans creator makes, are you ready for this, about $1,300 a year. That's less than $110 a month. Whoa. Moving on to number 4, let's talk about a digital twin. It's so new that probably your physician hasn't even heard of it. But 3 companies offer this service: Virta Health, Omada, and Twin Health. But only Twin Health uses AI to reverse diabetes. Yes, I said that. Here's how it works. The company collects your body's vitals using a digital scale, blood pressure cuff, smartwatch, and a continuous glucose monitor. All this data collected is way beyond anything from a Fitbit or an Apple Watch. They track how different foods and activities impact your blood sugar levels throughout the day. And then using this model, that data is applied to your digital twin. Isn't this something? And then based on the twin's reaction, exact foods in precise amounts together with specific exercises and, of course, other recommendations are made. So some health insurance policies will pay for this. So check with your doctor. Again, it's called a digital twin. And finally, this coming at number 5. Have you tried ever canceling, say, Hulu, Sling TV, Roku? It's pretty hard to do it. And this is not by accident. Companies are using something called, here's the technical term for you, cancellation funnels. Yes, cancellation funnels. And these are specifically designed to make quitting the service as frustrating as possible. The second you try to cancel, they trigger a script designed to change your mind. And employees are trained to shift the conversation away from canceling and then, of course, back to keeping you locked in because they're on what? A quota. So they count you being short on time. This is really important. So if you call on a lunch break late at night or when you're already stressed out, okay, you're more likely to give up because you're like, oh my gosh, this is the last thing I need to deal with right now in my life. And they always start with, hey, why are you canceling? Whatever you say, they have a response. So expect reminders of everything you're going to lose. You're going to start second guessing yourself. And then they're going to push a free month or maybe just want to pause for it, hoping that you'll come back and finish the job. Again, this is all the cancellation funnel. But now that you know the game, you can try to beat it. Speaking of, Netflix new subscription fees are so high, I've had to stop paying the heating bill, which brings a whole new meaning to Netflix and chill. Oh, ho, ho. Hey, think about this. Every time you look anything up online, even those embarrassing and private searches, you fill out a form, you shop, you know who's watching. The data brokers. They collect and sell your information to just anyone who's willing to pay. Your name, your address, your phone number, your social security number, even your social media activity. It's all out there. And data brokers, they know everything. They use personal details to track and target you in ways you may not even realize. But there is a way to fight back. It's called Incogni. It's a super powerful tool that removes your data from these brokers and makes it so much harder for anyone to get their hands on your personal info. And they automatically handle all that tedious process of sending removal requests to data broker sites and these people's search sites, so you don't have to do it. So here's what I want you to do. Head over to privacykim.com and you get my deal with Incogni. That's 60% off. Privacykim.com. You're going to love it, really, truly. Privacykim.com. All right, let's see. Coming up, we have 3 ways to spot what's called a ghost job. Some ways to get discounts without sharing your data. You know, I'm talking about those loyalty cards. And then later on, 1 trick to improve your chances when you're dealing with scammers. And of course, we just have the best callers ever. And you have me, Kim Komando. Okay, so Apple released the iPhone 16e this past week. It's $599, and it's a decent phone. But how would you like to win an iPhone 16 Pro, a $999 value? Well, I'm giving one away right now. No purchase required. You want to go to winfromkim.com. Once again, that's winfromkim.com. And, you know, people often ask me, well, if I already get the newsletter, the current, can I still enter to win the iPhone? Absolutely. Absolutely you can. Now, when you do go to winfromkim.com, you are subscribed to just my free newsletter, but you can unsubscribe at any time. Again, that's winfromkim.com. All right, coming up in just a few minutes, it's a question from my listener mail about, you know, how can I actually use my voice to do certain things on my device? We're going to get to that, but first, Jane in Dallas, Oregon. Where is Dallas, Oregon?
Dallas, Oregon is just south of Salem. We're 45 minutes from the coast, which we just love going to. But we lived in Tucson, Arizona initially, so I have been listening to you since forever and a day, way before Ian was born, too, I think. And
wow.
I so appreciate how your knowledge has expanded as technology has expanded. I think initially you just gave all kinds of tips and hints, and now you can help me with something much more technical and scary, like my daughter's phone being cloned.
Oh, what's going on?
Well, she was in a somewhat abusive, well, not somewhat, a very abusive, stalking type of relationship with a gentleman who unfortunately passed in this May, and she is trying to rid herself of all aspects of that relationship, and she really does feel like her phone has been cloned, that he was a responsible party. She's got an Apple iPhone 12 mini, and and the reason I'm calling is because this is so emotional to her. She gets so agitated and everything. So I'm trying to.
Oh, you know what? And you know what, Jane? You're a mom, okay?
Yes.
Mama Bear is here. Watch
Yep.
out.
Yeah. So the things she reports that she feels are very suspicious is it frequently freezes and the battery dies down really quickly. And she repeatedly gets locked out of her email accounts. She's had to change her email accounts. She got subscribed to various YouTube stations that she never did. She found Pegasus was added to her phone. Her password would get changed without her knowledge. And she was just up here visiting from Tucson last week, and her son has an iPhone also, and she noticed that the location of her phone always showed Tucson, while her son's iPhone would show the location of where they actually were, probably for the cell towers. And she didn't know if that was
there's some. Now, has any of this stopped since the guy died months ago?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really ask her that question. She just feels like things have still been a little
still there,
suspicious.
Oh, well, and you mentioned Pegasus. Wow, that's something.
Yeah.
All right, there's a lot going on here. Okay.
Yeah.
And, it's definitely sounds like her phone has been cloned. Who knows? With him passing, who has possession to that phone and his laptop, computers, whatever it may be, what he has access to, what he used to have access to that maybe somebody else has access to, up to and including, getting into her router and then seeing everything that's on her network and controlling it from that side. So anytime something like this happens, especially in a like you said, a controlling relationship, domestic violence, whatever it may be, that's where you have to truly sever all ties. Okay. What that means is, like you mentioned, Pegasus. Well, there is a tool that she can use to detect if Pegasus is actually on her phone, and it's put out by Amnesty International. And we can give you a link to that. But that's just one little crumb. That's all we're talking about, right? So what I would recommend, especially because now you mentioned you have a grandson, she has a son, we want to make sure that his safety is paramount.
Right.
At her house, I would recommend that she do a complete factory reset on anything that's digital, meaning let's start at the router, because he may have enabled remote access into the router that would give him access to everything on the network. And then whatever passwords that she has, open her browser, and then she can look at every account on her iPhone or on her Mac, whatever it may be. And then she can see wherever she had accounts, and then she needs to, I would even delete every account that was there. Rather than just changing the password, I would delete it. And I know you said she had to get email addresses multiple times. Well, this is going to be yet another time. Lock down her phone. Also put a security pin on her phone that requires a 4-digit from her directly, not through text message or through an authenticator app that will be on her phone, so that this way she knows her phone is completely locked down. I mean, there's a lot of steps here, a lot of steps.
Yeah. Okay.
And doing factory resets on anything that she can do. And replace the SIM card in her phone.
I would probably get a new. You know what I would do? I would reset the router. I would get rid of every account that I had, get a new phone number, and just start with a whole clean slate. That's what I would do.
Oh, okay.
And that I would do it with the kid too.
Okay.
And say, this is just the way that it is. Sorry, I know you like your Snapchat avatar handle, whatever it may be, and Instagram, but our safety is paramount because you don't know where that phone is or who has access to it. But the fact that she's in Oregon and it still says she's in Tucson, there's some monkey business going on.
Okay.
If you want me to, I'm happy to talk to your daughter too, by the way. I know you said she gets upset and agitated, but, if at any point along the way where you're like, why don't you talk to Kim? Jane, I'm here for you.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Okay. So start there. And if there's anything that you want to talk about further, you want me to talk about with her, we also have some tips on the website. Just search for the word divorce. Or you can also search for domestic violence because we've got a lot of resources there to help kind of break those tech connections because, they're far and deep. And especially when somebody's safety is concerned, we want to make sure that everything is taken care of. All righty, then let's switch gears just a little bit. Let me tell you, you don't want to miss any special moments in yours and your loved ones' lives. So if you're struggling to hear what's going on around you, you need to check out hear.com/Kim. They offer high-tech hearing aids like the Horizon IXs that deliver crystal clear sound and can be controlled right from your smartphone. Plus, with their nationwide audiologist network and online consultations, help is always close by. So here's what you need to do. Visit hear.com/Kim to see if you qualify for a no-risk 45-day trial. Once again, that's hear.com/Kim. All right, instead of typing, I don't know if you know this, but you can just talk right into your phone or your computer's mic. Every word gets transcribed right into text. No more sitting there trying to hammer out 216 words per minute, which, by the way, is the fastest typist in the world, and that's not you. Team Apple on your iPhone, what you want to do is open Voice Notes, hit record, then tap that magic wand. It removes background noise, transcribes everything. It's just fabulous. On Android, you want to use the Gboard voice tapping app, and then you're going to type the mic and then just start speaking as usual. Now, if you're on a computer, just Google Docs has you covered, also Microsoft Word. And if you're on Chrome, go to Tools and Voice Typing. So the bottom line here is start using your voice more. You're going to absolutely love it. All right, stay right where you are. I have one trick that you need to know about scammers here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, if you want to glow from the inside out, get your natural radiance back with Native Path Collagen. Some studies suggest collagen supplements may support bone health, tissue recovery, and overall skin and hair wellness. And right now, you can get 45% off, free shipping, and a free gift bundle. You're going to love this at getnativepath.com/Kim. That's getnativepath.com/Kim.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Individual results may vary.
Hey, listen, I got 4 ways you can get discounts without sharing your personal data. And then later on, one super important trick to improve your chances when you're dealing with scammers. And before we get to that, and of course, more of your great phone calls, let's say you have the perfect resume for the job. So why aren't you getting any interviews? What the heck is going on? Well, a survey by Resume Builder found that 40% of companies post fake job listings. Wow. Okay, isn't that crazy? They have a special name called ghost jobs. So why do they do this? Well, maybe they want to stash resumes for future openings. They give current employees a kick in the butt or make it look like they're just thriving and they're growing to all their competitors, their investors and public and customers. But it's really just a tactic. Now, how can you spot a ghost job? For starters, the same job is posted over and over and over and over again. Most positions will get filled. Maybe posting that have sky-high salaries or benefits without any clear requirements. Or maybe the position is a remote one that the company has absolutely no intention of filling because they've either gone hybrid or they're just completely in person, which is how the whole world's going. Let's see. Let's go back to everybody's calls with Peter in Santa Barbara, California. Welcome.
Hello, Kim. How are you?
Good. I read the most amazing story. Oh, my gosh. Tell us.
Yeah, it was a normal Friday, or so I thought, just a few weeks ago here in Santa Barbara, and I was heading to pick up my daughter from Santa Barbara Airport. Felt a little lightheaded and dizzy that morning as I was moving around the house, but being a typical male, thought nothing of it, and that actually I'll go to Starbucks and that'll fix it. and was waiting in my car for my daughter's plane to arrive, and my Apple Watch started pinging me incessantly saying low heart rate. So I looked at it. I went to my phone where you can get a little bit more data in the health app, and clearly my heart rate had dropped to the low 30s over the last 20 minutes. And so I took a photograph of those notifications and sent them to my wife, who interestingly used to work for Fitbit and understood health data on a wearable smartwatch, and said, yeah, it was very clear that something wasn't right. And being a man, I thought a coffee would fix it. And that clearly wasn't the case. She drove immediately to the airport. She was nearby and drove me to Santa Barbara Cottage Hospital emergency room. I was admitted. The triage nurse took my pulse, took one look at me, said, don't move. And 3 minutes later, I'm in the examination room, and a crash team descends upon me, ready with a defibrillator, EKG sensors, IV blood pressure machines. And within 2-3 minutes, the emergency room doctor ran in, waving a piece of paper and saying, you're in complete heart block. This isn't good. We're going to have to put a pacemaker in. So I'd gone, Kim, from literally 9 minutes early having a coffee thinking that would cure my dizziness to understanding that I needed a pacemaker. And 3 hours later, I was the proud owner of Abbott Labs pacemaker, pumping away and keeping my heart going.
Wow. Now, had you had any symptoms before this day?
No, I had many, many years ago. I was very fortunate. I worked for EA, the video game company, and I was the chief operating officer, and very fortunate to be part of an executive health program that monitored each year your health as kind of one of my benefits, if you will. And being involved in technology, they love the idea of you getting data on your health. And there was some blips in the EKG that the cardiologist at that time told me to be aware of. But the previous day, I was in the gym. I was on the treadmill. I was doing what I do 5 times a week, lifting, Peloton, everything, Kim, and no symptoms whatsoever other than a little bit of lightheadedness. And then when my world changed, and bluntly, I think if I hadn't listened to my Apple Watch and, of course, my wife, I'm not sure where I'd be right now.
Wow, that is really an amazing story. And so what would you say to somebody, Peter, who's listening or watching right now, and they think, you know what, all this Apple Watch stuff, it's just BS. I mean, it's just a couple of people that maybe it's saved. I don't need that.
It's interesting. My wife said at Fitbit, they talked about making the invisible visible through your Fitbit device, and that's exactly what was going on here. I simply thought I was a little lightheaded, dizzy, whatever, and that a coffee would cure it. The cardiologist who then treated me said if I'd have continued and not come into the hospital, I probably would have collapsed. And my fear, Kim, is I would have been driving my daughter home and collapse at the wheel. And the implications of that don't even, bear thinking about. But I think that we have all of this stuff. My Apple Watch is important to me. It's more, I read my messages and my emails, and I can control my front door with it, and all of the things that, are amazing to me as kind of George Jetson, Maxwell Smart type technology all on the watch. But the concept, and I use it to track my workouts and what have you. But this very much, I think, saved my life. Just for whatever reason, I wasn't listening to myself, but for whatever reason, and being a, kind of Silicon Valley guy, having worked for Microsoft and EA and Sega, that I did pay attention to the data that was literally consistently pinging me, basically saying, get to the hospital right now.
Wow. Such an amazing story, Peter. And, when you think of all the technology, because, obviously you've been around it for a long time as I have, is that, we've seen it from the big old brick phones, right? To now we have, basically a computer in our pocket. And the concept of being able to put something on your wrist for just a couple of $100 to tell you what's going on with the most important organ you have, your heart, right? I mean, that's pretty amazing stuff.
Exactly right. Yeah, exactly right. It literally, I think, saved my life. And even worse, it could have saved my daughter's life if she'd have been sat in the passenger seat and I collapsed at the wheel driving down the freeway. Yeah.
Exactly. And then, and family always comes first. They always do.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Peter, thank you so much for telling us your inspiring story. And for everybody who's listening right now and you're thinking like, you know what, I don't need an Apple Watch. Why would I want one of those? You know, and how did that woman, she called me a couple of weeks ago. I don't know if you heard her. And she didn't want to get an Apple Watch because she thought the band was ugly. I'm like, oh my gosh. And I think she had heart issues to boot. It's like, lady, go get an Apple Watch. Stop already. Amazing, amazing call. Alrighty, I hear this all the time. Bob from Chicago wrote, I thought I was being careful. I got an email from my bank that totally looked legit. It said it was suspicious activity happening on my account, so I need to log in to secure my account. Well, a minute later, my money was gone and I was locked out. Okay, let me tell you, even the most careful people can get caught by clever hackers and scammers. And that's why you need really great, solid antivirus protection that instantly blocks harmful malware threats and viruses in real time. It's going to keep your personal data and your identity safe. Now, Total AV is the award-winning antivirus software that I use and trust, and so do 35 million other folks. Now, what you want to do is go to protectwithkim.com right now, and you're going to get Total AV for just $19 for the first year, covering up to 5 devices, including Windows, Macs, and of course your smartphone. That's protectwithkim.com, protectwithkim.com. All right. If you ever want that sale price, odds are you're probably going to have to give up your data. But what if you don't want to do that? And also, so many grocery stores are ditching physical loyalty cards for smartphone apps. But what if you don't want to download the app? Well, you know the drill. You could pay 3 to 5 times more for a single item. And of course, over time, that just adds up. So here are some ways to get discounts without giving up your privacy. First of all, look for stores that don't require these loyalty programs. I'm talking about like Walmart or Trader Joe's or Costco. Everybody just gets the lowest price. Next, look for coupons. You can find them at the grocery store websites. Yeah, you got to print them out and snip them and hand them in. 3, you can do what I do. You just ask for the discount anyway. Because behind the counter, the cashiers normally have a code to charge the digital loyalty price without you needing to actually have the app or that code. Finally, talk to the store manager and ask them if you can use a phone number instead of a physical card or an app. But just keep in mind, even though you're using a phone number, they can still track you that way. I know, the tracking never, ever stops. Let's see, coming up, I have that one important trick that you need to know to improve your chances with scammers here on the Kim Komando Show. Hey, did you know that there's malware out there that records every single thing that you type? It's called a keylogger, and it's one of the sneakiest ways that hackers will steal your passwords, your credit card numbers, and all your private info. That's where Endpoint Lock comes in. Think of it like a secret vault for your keyboard. Go to endpointlock.com/Kim and use code KIM10. You're going to get 10% off a monthly or an annual plan. That's endpointlock.com/Kim using promo code KIM and that number 10, endpointlock.com/Kim. Let's see, Joanne in Atlanta, Georgia. Hi there, Joanne.
Hi, Kim. Listen, I just love your show, and a few months ago started subscribing to your newsletter, which has just been so helpful. And I just know if anyone can answer my question, you can.
All right, I'm here for you.
Catch on TV, I have been told, is the least expensive way that I can watch Braves games. But I can't figure out whether this is a legal IPTV streaming service or not. And there seem to be 2 websites on Catch on TV. One is a .com and one is a .tv. Mm-hmm. And I don't know which is the legitimate one, and both claim to be the only official one. What can you tell me about Catch on TV?
Well, you're a smart woman, I can tell. They claim, last time I looked at it, they claim that you can get thousands and thousands and thousands of movies and sports channels and local news and cartoons and anime and play games and whatever else that you want to do.
Oh, they promise the world.
For $20 a month.
$20. Is that a deal?
Yes. Oh my God. What a great deal that is. That's a great deal. Okay. Okay. It's not. Oh, come on. Did you believe that for a second?
I wanted to believe it.
Okay. Of course you did. But there's no tooth fairy either. Okay.
Okay.
Which, speaking of, you know how much the tooth fairy's getting nowadays?
I'm afraid to ask.
Okay. How much did you give your kids a tooth?
$1.
I gave my kid $5. One time I gave him 10. And then Barry, my husband, yelled at me. He's like, you don't give the kid $10 for a tooth.
Barry.
Yes. Okay. Sometimes the kids are now getting $50 a tooth. Okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Because you know what's happening?
I think I'd glue their teeth in.
Because the kids go to school And now the parents are competing with each other. Like, oh, my kid got 20, my kid got 30, my kid got 40, my kid. Anyway, what it is, it's these services pop up and then they go under. They pop up, they go under. They pop up with a new name, another name, whatever it may be. Now, if you want to watch your Braves games, which I think is phenomenal and good for you that you're doing that, is that, of course, there's MLB.TV, Major League Baseball. You can see all that. Hulu plus Live TV, YouTube TV, and also Sling TV. Those are some places where you can get your Braves games because gotta love those Braves. But don't be falling for those IPTV services and sites. Don't be doing that. Plus, you don't know what you're going to get. Here's the problem. You'll be getting malware viruses. You're letting somebody onto your network because that's how they got to get on the internet, right? In order to give you all this programming. And then it's just a matter of time before, like I said, they do get shut down. And worst case scenario is that suddenly you get a letter in the mail that said, oh, you were stealing content off the internet. You owe us $5,000. And you're like, but I didn't do that. Go after them. And they're like, nope, you signed the terms and conditions. You knew what was happening. So just, again, look at MLB.TV, Hulu plus Live TV, Sling TV, or YouTube TV. Joanne, thank you for your call today. Mike in Denver, Colorado. Glad to have you with us.
Oh, thanks for taking my call. Yeah, Buddy and I are starting a new business. And my question is, what's the best service to use for our emails and to host our domain?
What kind of business is it?
It's just a wholesale business. Products come in from overseas. We and sell them to other distributors out of Texas.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. So are you Team Android, Apple? Do you use Google at all?
Google.
Okay. Do you use Microsoft 365?
Yes.
Okay. Which one do you like better?
The 365.
Okay. So either or, you can use Google Workspace, and then Microsoft has 365. They charge about $6 a month per user per month. Super easy for you to set up. And as far as getting the domain name for your new business, there's a lot out there. You could also get your email address through your domain name registrar. Let's say it's GoDaddy, and they charge about $3 a month. So it really depends upon which platform that you feel super comfortable with. And that's why I was asking, like, if you're already on Google Workspace and you've got Google Docs and Calendar and Voice and everything all going on, that's when it's like, why don't we just keep everything simple? But if you're truly a Microsoft person where you like Microsoft Outlook, do you like Outlook?
Yes.
Why do you like Outlook?
It's just easy. I'm used to it. It's all I've ever used.
That's it. I knew you were going to say that. It's like, it's like, I've been trying to convince my sister forever, Mike, to move from Microsoft Outlook. And I'm like, it's just cloggy. It's just clunky. And and those files get corrupted every once in a while. And I've been trying to convince her forever to move to Google Contacts and Workspace. And she's like, nope. I like Microsoft Outlook. I love Outlook. Okay. And when I look at her Outlook, that woman must have 150 different folders. I'm just like, man, we just have to make things simplified. So again, just look at Microsoft 365. It's probably the easiest one for you because you do like it. As I mentioned, about $6 a month, same as Google Workspace. Here at the Kim Komando Show Studios, we actually use Google Workspace. And it works out pretty well for us. And if you do need a domain, we use GoDaddy. They're not a sponsor, and that's also a definite option for you. And congratulations on the new business, and best of luck to you. Hey, here's the deal. I wish I could help each and every person, but you have to let me know how I can do that. Of course, you can always call the show, but if you're just too shy and you're like, I don't know if I have time to call the show, but I still need your help, Kim. That's why I'm here. So what you want to do is go to Komando.com. That's Komando, Komando.com. And then there's a link at the top that says Ask Kim. By the way, I read every single note that you send me, and I'm the only one who reads that mail. Again, that's Komando.com. And you want to use that Ask Kim button at the top of the homepage. All right, still to come, one great trick to improve your chances if you ever have to deal with scammers here on the Kim Komando Show. I don't know about you, but when I get a call on my phone and it's an unknown number, I just let it go straight to voicemail, okay? 1 in 5 Americans lost money to scam calls last year. That's why it's super smart not to answer calls from numbers that you don't recognize. What you want to do is just let them go straight to voicemail
And if it's important enough, that caller will leave a message, or maybe they'll just send you a text. Now, the downside is you might miss some important calls, say from your doctor, because they're not going to leave you a message. But that's why you need to know about something called visual voicemail. You can read what the caller is saying as they record that voicemail message. And then if you want to, you can actually pick up the call like those old school answering machines. Now, if you have an iPhone with iOS 17 or later, which of course we're on 18, be sure to turn on visual voicemail right in your phone settings. And what's nice about the settings now on your iPhone is that if you pull it down, once you get into settings, you can actually type in what you're looking for, visual voicemail. Now, if you have a Google Pixel phone, you can get this too. Just turn on call screen inside your settings. And also, by the way, Google Voice numbers have this too. Now, for Samsung owners, the feature is called Smart Calls. So either way, you got it covered. And you can decide in real time if that phone call is actually worth answering. Just a reminder that you can get the Kim Komando Show, all 3 hours, all 4 hours, as a podcast, wherever you get your podcast. Just search for my last name, Komando with a K, and then you can tell everyone, I go Komando.